just an underdog with wounds I can show. First to come last. No one knows my name. Ashes to ashes. It's time for a change. I've been thinking it over. I've been taking my time. Every scenario runs through my mind. But against all the odds, the tables will turn. Our hearts are on fire, so just let them burn. When I'm close to the edge, I hide like an eagle. You keep holding me back, but there's light wherever we go. Deep in the shadows, afraid to come out. Even the good souls fill me with doubt. I could never back down. Only stand up and fight. We may be second best, but tonight is our night. Oh, night. When I'm
Tuesday, coming at you live here, Stratford, Connecticut. What time is it? 12:31. Can you believe it? Hope everyone's doing well out there today and is ready for a very hype Tuesday. And before we get to it, I got to do this real quick.
Stories with ALT Insider.
Real quick.
Where did he pee this time?
Didn't pee this time, but quick story. All right. Well, I was doing my biking. As this is military appreciation, I thought I would do my part by doing a biking class. And, you know, it's pretty similar. You don't want to call me a hero too much, but if you want to, that's fine. So I go there. And there's definitely a milfalicious person next to me, okay? Definitely milfalicious, as you do, which is the dream, you know? You get someone next to you, milfalicious, you feel more energized, right? So get this. She dropped her towel in my vicinity, okay? It's in my vicinity now, okay? So what am I going to do? I got to be the hero, right? So I pretend I don't see it that much. Right, but of course I do see it. So now it's in between songs, and now it's time for me to make the move and pick it up and give it back to her. Okay? So I go for the reach down. However, the bike handlebars are blocking my forward movement. Now I'm stuck. I can't lean down. So what do? Well, I go for the crab walk, kind of the squat, the kind of split squat style, you know? But there was an unforeseen issue with that. As I go down and lower myself in the crab walk, I accidentally dangled my dice a little bit too low and bopped them. But the worst part of this is I have to play it cool because she's watching me pick it up. And now my dice are in pain and aching, but I have to pick it up smoothly and calmly. Can't even say ouch. So I do pick up the towel and hand it back to her very triumphantly, with her not knowing that I was now in pain. And when you're sitting on the goddamn bike, that seat is very hard. It's not a good thing. I'm still dealing with some soreness. If you want to give me a Purple Heart, that's fair. I mean, honestly, I've earned it in some ways. Oh, I hope Brand Dude's viewers got to hear that whole story because it's definitely the kind of stuff you can expect here, only on WPIG. Anyways, we're going to move on today. Today is Military Appreciation Day. That's why I told you my story of bravery and courage. Everything it takes to be a true hero. I showed you I shared my tale with you. And I hope you're ready to tell your tale. But we do get Misery Merchant in the house, who is an actual member of the military and did serve our country. So I'm going to talk to him. It's going to be a little bit of Take ALT to Work Day, which I love these because I'm interested in people's jobs that I'll never do. And that's definitely one of them. Big ups Mr. Extravagant, who says, so this is a Vietnam vet, host, and Iraqi freedom guest. Big ups. Thank you for your service, Mr. Merchant ALT. You're welcome. Someone has to do it. Someone has to do the hard jobs, and I'm willing to do that. Like talking to a microphone and type things on a keyboard. I'm not afraid. Too many people. That's what's wrong with this country now. Not enough people are willing to dangle the dice low enough to pick up the towels when necessary. And I'm tired of it. I don't know why we're started this way. Anyways, Cantu Adrian says, talk about low-hanging fruit. No, normal low, not low. Normal low, normal hang. There's normal suspension system in my chassis, if you know what I'm saying. It's very normal, not even long. If anything, you'd say short. I know the joke is old people have hang low. That's not the case with me. Not the case. Too small. All right, we'll move on. Movie Sign in the House says, no purple love, but purple dice. Big ups. No purple heart, but purple dice. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Big ups, everybody. Okay, so let's bring him in. Give me a second here. I got a lot of fun stuff here planned for Mr. Merchant. I got a lot of clips here that involve the military as well, so it should be a lot of fun. Let's bring him in here in the studio. Hold on a second. Let me get him in here. I forgot to green screen out his green screen. So give me a second. Hang on. Just a second. No bitching about C words or anything. No, not color correction. I need chroma key, and I did it. Look at this, right on time. Looking hot. Okay, here we go. Let's get him in here, all right? Come on. It is time. Oh, I'll do it this way.
Hey, ALT. Let's see who's on the line today.
Let's see who's on the fucking line today, and it is, if you can believe it, the legend with the, I'll fix that, don't worry, Mr. Merchant, hello!
Hello, I'm in line, actually.
Yes, thank you, you are in line. What a hero, true hero! And big ups for having you on the show here. Before we get to the military talk, though, sir, I do need to ask your opinion of Ka-Ching of the Ring this year. How did you think of your song going in? How do you think going out? What are your thoughts? Go ahead.
Oh, Ka-Ching always has been, and definitely was not any disappointment at all. How could it be? But really, everybody is so talented. The amount of talent that comes out. And even though you said we've been in each one, we would not join the first one.
I know. That was my mistake.
Hey, but we were around, you know. We were around. Ironically, I hurt my back, so I didn't. I didn't have the energy in me to make a song at that time. But, anyways, yeah, just every time, dude, the talent and new people too. And so I'm so glad that there was a lot of newcomers, new sounds, new voices.
Yeah, it's always cool. There's always new people come and that's what makes it hype. You know, it's really cool. So I got to ask you about this song. Now, I wanted to ask your overall workflow, because if you don't know, here let's play a little bit here of this song, just so people get an idea. I'll read it. Just so you know the feeling
mouse and
that Mr.
keyboard,
Merchant
new
gives.
lap desk, really good quality, name brand, wrist rests. Have you seen my visual feast
gotta go one
of
chorus.
RGBs for my two PCs? And it all syncs perfectly, which is really neat.
It's really neat. Now, you definitely recognize this as a Japanese arcade, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Evo.
Black
Okay, so let's talk about that. So how do you, obviously you're singing that chorus there. That's your voice singing, right? On the
That
chorus
is me
part.
and Phil.
Oh,
It's very subtly, but I have Phil with a vocoder or vocoder.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, vocoder.
Okay.
And I stretch his words and whatnot. So it's,
Interesting.
he sounds very robotic, very Daft Punky. But it was a little like annoying, so I also faded it more in the background there. But that's me and Phil singing together.
So how about your verses though? Because the verses is just Philip's words, right? Like you just find it. Do you write? That's what I wanted to know. Is like, do you write the words you want first, or you just say, okay, that might be funny because he said that word and put it in?
This one in particular, the idea. This wasn't even going to be a Ka-Ching song. That's how long it took to make this.
Okay.
But it was actually going to be longer, and the intent was to list everything that he had fucking bought up to the new year during this, during that whole Kino hype situation, right?
Yeah.
It took me so long to even make the stupid thing, and this wasn't even going to be the Ka-Ching song. We were going to do something else. That didn't pan out. This was like halfway done, so we went back to this. Yeah, that's. We were probably not as smart as you maybe think we are, or motivated.
Okay. So here's a link if anyone wants it. I'll put it in chat right now. I see you, Cynic. There you go. Yeah, internet is still doing the internet stuff, but we're doing what we can. It's a known issue now, at least. I did talk to internet people. It's a known thing they're working on, but you know what that means. Who the fuck knows? But we're going to fight through it. Anyways, fighting through it, not getting cranky. So you didn't say, though. So if I have you seen my visual feast of RGBs, right?
Yes,
like,
sorry.
Yeah,
yes,
so what are you doing for that? Like, what do you say, like, all right, that's a funny line, let me find all these fucking clips, or what, you know?
As I'm looking for the clips of him, holding up all this crap, whatever, there were definitely nuggets that came out like that.
Okay.
So prior to that, I did have an idea of the general flow of how I want him to introduce his things.
Yeah.
But then, of course, when you go hunt the clips, you see pieces that stand out like that, and it's just like, oh shit, I could snap all that together.
Yes.
And it's like a lot of times when I take raw audio to clip down for a freaking 1 minute, 2 minute song, I sometimes have like an hour of shit that I clip down.
Oh,
you know what
wow.
I mean? For context. But that's also because I need to have him saying different words in different ways, even stupid little prepositions and filler words and whatnot to string it all together to make it sound natural.
Yeah.
None of that's AI voice. I try and get real, as authentic feel as I can.
Yes, that's what's crazy. Because I only did that. I did that so fucking little for the intro song for Those About to Rock thing, and like even that was fun. I was like, all right, this is annoying. Like I was thinking, you have big dreams of like him singing the whole song. That was my first idea. It's like, all right, I'll have him sing the whole song. That shouldn't be too hard. But once you get like 3 words in, I'm like, all right, fuck this.
Yeah, and then you
done.
start realizing how he doesn't really even say words. His mouth, and I'm not a prolific speaker here, but I don't fucking claim to be either. But this dude is marble mouth. So you even think, oh, this is a great take, and then you go slice it down, and it sounds like he goes, bleh. And you're like, what the fuck, man?
Mr. Gorehouse has a little noise in the line, waiting for it to solidify. Yes, we are waiting for the solidification process to finish. So now I know you and Mrs. Merchant. We'll get her on the show solo a different day, guys. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
But I see her sometimes. You've told me this. We have a Mrs. Merchant, let's say, piloted song and a Mr. Merchant piloted songs, right?
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
See, for me, this is definitely a Mr. Merchant style song. What would you say?
You're correct. Yeah. You've snipped us out from the beginning.
Yes, because Mrs. Merchant songs, like I know the last Mrs. Merchant definitely did the Boy Who Felt It himself, right? That
in a 48-hour fever dream.
That is insanity.
Just whipped it out.
Legitimately insane, guys.
I wanted to sing on that chorus. I didn't even have time.
This song is incredible. Obviously one of the best ever. And so is Keem Dream, though. Keem Dream obviously giving them a spot in the finals of Kaching. So now the question is, what are we thinking about for the finals? Are we using any big ideas yet, or still waiting for a stroke of genius to hit us?
Whoa. Both.
Okay.
I would say we're not as far along as it would like to be, but there's good progress.
Okay.
This one is really, I would say we're really trying to focus on the music on this one.
Okay.
Have something really, really different than what you maybe heard from us before, and then something, I don't want to say impressive, that sounds lame, but more intricate.
Okay. Now, I have to ask as well about how did you get into making music like this? Who was your inspiration for making stupid songs like this? Right?
It's unreal that before Meerkat really started putting it out, she and I were sitting there thinking, man, the Phil Detractorverse really seems to be starving for more Phil music. All you had was the 1 or 2 songs by like Ludwig and DeFlo and whatchamacallit, the Three Kings and whatnot. Yeah, those songs. So we saw the market wanted that, right? And then Meerkat starts doing it, and he starts doing it so damn well. It was like, oh, okay, cool. So then, we just basically drug our feet on eventually joining in on the fray, on the fun.
Now, were you a music style person before that, though? Like, did you ever, this your first chance making a song, or did you ever have beats and stuff, that kind of thing? Any rich style dreams for you? Review Tech USA dreams?
Yeah, right. It's the first time really messing with electronic music. Digital composition. Back in the day, I was in the school band, and so I've always had music in me, singing in church and blah blah blah.
Yes. Gotcha.
Musical family members, right?
Okay. So then, so you had a little bit of musical inclination, then got yourself into the electronic style, and then here you are today, making the hits.
So even as part of the fun of doing this is indeed us having the fun of learning the software, learning how to do these things, learning more music theory.
Let me tell you, that's half the fun of all of this, guys, is when you do stupid stuff like this. Like, that's why, the pools and stuff, like, I'm not doing the pools anymore because it got boring for me, but putting that together, making it work, that's the fun part. You know what I mean? Like, all this stupid shit is just learning how to do stuff,
And then you got skills that you could turn that into another interactive thing, I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I'm sending my resume to Scopely as we speak. Guys, check this out. Guys, I got an idea. We could do this stream.
For my kids?
yeah.
I'm teaching my
definitely.
kids how to code.
Yeah, come on. Let's make it happen, Scopely. Come on. Anyways, okay, so now let's move to the point of the show, okay? So military style show. And you told me during the call-in show you were a military style person. So let's get into that right now, okay? So first I want to know, what was we heard about Philip's visit to a recruiter. Now, I'd like to know, maybe, did you have a similar situation of recruiting style, or did you just go, what happened with it? What was your story of being recruited?
I had a terrible situation, actually.
Okay,
But
go ahead.
it worked in my benefit, in a way.
Okay, go ahead.
But basically, I had a total shitbag of a recruiter who was not
Ooh.
fulfilling his duties. He was late on paperwork, all this shit. And what it turns out is that was during the time, it was about 2017.
Yeah.
It was about the time they were introducing new cybersecurity jobs and shit. And I guess that's what his background really was. So he was desperately trying to get transferred to that. And that's part of why he was shirking his duties. He apparently hated recruiting.
Ooh, so you're saying it's possible that there is, that you had a similar situation to Philip, bad recruiter, but you weren't deterred by that bad recruiter.
Oh, well, no. Yeah. I'm not an idiot. And I mean, I knew what I wanted. At this point, I was absolutely 100% committed to going to the Army.
Okay.
So,
I'll put it on mute here as we can watch the story go. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no. It was the opposite of a cocky guy. It was actually some fucking slob.
So so you said your mind was already set on that. How did that happen?
Yes.
What part of what was your life like switch that said, I definitely want to do this?
So I'm the short answer is get married and make my life stable, because I fucked around too much. Right.
So you're fuck around style youth, let's say.
Yeah, exactly.
In high school, you were
delayed launch.
So you were, let's say, not the best student, not the best, not a great straight A student, let's say. And you thought,
because I didn't want to be.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, obviously. I mean,
I used to be.
I'm not questioning your smarts, but I'm saying like your drive to achieve academically was not there. Let's say.
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
But then mid-20s, it was like, okay, yeah, I got to get it right. So back to college for like a garbage associate degree thing. Yeah. Then you got debt. And it's like your income went up a little bit, but now you're trying to pay the bills back, and you're kind of back to where you were.
Okay.
I mean, there's a point. It's like I had 3 jobs spinning in a hamster wheel, it felt like.
Ooh, 3 job style individual.
I was delivering pizza. I was doing my main things. And
So that makes a lot of sense then. 3 jobs stuff. You say, okay, I could do this one thing. It's very fucking hard, but this is kind of like to get your life direction, let's say. You're going there.
Right.
Okay.
And then number 2, I always wanted to, and I have a sick sense of survivor's guilt that I did not go when GWAT was hot, because I got out of high school right when, we went to Iraq. But that was my problem. I'm like, why? So I had political conflicts, and I wanted to stop that. And then after 15 fucking years, it was like, well, I haven't been able to stop it, so I may as well go and try and make sure some other young men can come home. And, in my time, I never went, so...
Well, it's not something you could choose, right, during your time, right? You don't get to choose how you spend the time, right? Yeah. So, okay. So now, you choose, you're enlisted. Now, what kind of test were you put up against to get in there? Because Philip said he might not be able to pass the test now. How were the tests for you, though, sir?
So, you got the good old ASVAB. Everybody's taking the ASVAB in high school, whether you cared or not. It's pretty easy. And even going back in my 30s, you know how easy it was to study for that? I mean, they got books. I had bought a phone app that was a few dollars. It had almost the exact questions and answers in the app as it did on the actual test. Okay. So I smoked it on top of, I'm not that dumb, but I smoked it, right?
Yeah.
No problem. The other test that he's probably worried about is when you go to what's called MEPS, your medical examination preparation, whatever the fuck. You can maybe pull up a video if you search Meps Duck Walk.
Ooh, I'm down. Hold on. Okay. I'm down. Hold on. Duplicate
So they make
this
you
one.
do funny physical evaluations. And
Okay.
You got to be like straight sloth from the Goonies to not pass this stuff. Look at this. This ain't
This
even
one- oh,
officially. Yep.
This one? Okay, this
Yep.
doesn't seem too crazy.
Oh, sure, but imagine Philip Burnell doing that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be
At
funny
any
to think
age.
about.
At any age.
Well, hang on. Now, what do I put? How do I step? Yeah, this
Yes.
is.
I actually
That's-
think you have to have your arms behind your head, too.
Oh, okay. That would increase
you
the
do, too.
balance aspect of it. Here we go. Let's
Right.
see. Let's see her finally do it. Oh, this is preparing for the MEPS test.
Uh-huh.
We don't need that. I want to see the. I want to see the real past MEPS. So, anyways,
Well,
what's it?
all-
What else?
all-
Yeah, what else in this MEPS test? Go ahead.
All branches go to MEPS. I don't even barely remember. I mean, you bend over, some old man looks at your butthole or whatever. And
Whoa,
then,
hold on. What's that for? To check and see something's in there?
yeah, and make sure
Okay.
you ain't got, things
Hemorrhoids?
going on or
What
whatever.
else they checking?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I
Cancer.
can't. Oh, okay.
I'm not
So you get
sure
a
either, man.
full medical test. You're done. You're out. You crushed it. You got any push-ups or shit you got to do? You got to
No,
do like
not
10,
at MEPS.
20 push-ups or something?
So when you're working with your recruiter, you usually have a little assessment. They'll put you through an assessment. Again, you got to be have half dead to not be able to pass the thing.
Okay, so this just make sure you're not like unable
Little
to do
shuttle
normal
relay.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some
okay.
basic stuff.
So you
Basic
get
stuff.
you're rocking this. Mr. Merchant's crushing it. One of the best recruits. Now what?
Obviously.
What's next? What's next?
As far as the overall process,
Yeah, because is there anything more difficult? Because I'm just coming at this like this is the no stupid questions stream, by the way.
Oh,
guys.
sure.
So I'm coming at this from like you expect to get there. There's someone yelling at you at the fucking bus, and he says you're an asshole.
Oh, so we're
You're a
not
piece
there
of
quite
shit.
yet.
Okay, you're
we're
not
not
there.
quite
Okay,
there
okay.
yet. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
This is
go
what
ahead,
you
go
got to
ahead.
do to get
Okay,
there.
all right, go ahead.
So then,
Okay.
once you clear MEPS, eventually, then you get a ship off date.
Okay.
Whatever. So I go. All right. Then when you land, you finally make your journey there.
Mm-hmm.
Plane tickets, bus, however.
Yeah.
And then you go into what's called reception. So you're not quite getting yelled at and treated like a prisoner just yet, but in
Okay.
reception now, or processing,
Yeah.
you now have, it's about a week of the most boring, miserable time of standing in lines, waiting in lines. And it's just to get all your gear, get your hair shaved, get pictures, get
Can you talk?
documentation.
Is there any kind of joking going on in these lines or no? You got to be serious the
No,
whole time.
not really. Most of the lines, you got to be dead quiet, listen to
Oh,
instructions, blah, blah,
that
blah.
sucks. Yeah. Okay. So you're really getting
That's where you
processed
get
like
all
you're
your shots.
a cattle.
Cattle.
You're like a
Yeah,
you're
oh,
like
yeah.
a cattle.
Yes,
So you're like
sir.
a prime beef cattle.
getting
They show
tagged.
you around. Okay, cool.
This is where you
cool.
realize your property, right? Your property. Like when you do your shots, brother, right?
Yeah.
You gotta they got you lined up in the order you need to be, but when you walk in, I think they read off your information, or you need to read off your name and social, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And then so they make sure they have the right stuff for you. And you go down a line of people with needles and shit, just bam, bam, bam.
Jesus.
And then by the end, I think we took some pills for like I don't know, Zika virus or some weird shit. We
Wow.
had to sit there. So while
You
we're
gotta shake
sitting
'em.
there too, you have to sit and just like see how you react. And while we're sitting there, this is in the same room in the center. They got chairs where other dudes are getting their blood drawn for whatever.
Yeah.
And one kid starts fucking like freaking out. He gets woozy, he's acting a little silly, but then he starts talking mad shit to the lady or something. Like you could tell he's not right, something
Yeah,
happened. And then he tries to almost swing on one of them. And of course, that's when the big boys come in.
Yeah,
They
what's
drag his ass
what's that
out.
like? Because you're like
Yeah.
that. You're like in the ant's nest trying to attack a queen, and the soldiers
Oh,
are
yeah.
all around, ready to
Oh yeah,
jump.
you
All
ain't
right,
gonna
so-
swing on one of my nurses. Hell no.
Yeah. So maybe Das Boden says he wanted out. Could that be that's an easy ticket out.
Maybe. I mean, he really looked woozy. Like, first off, he's a skinny guy, and
Yeah.
they took his blood. So, like,
Okay, so
he wasn't
maybe,
in his right
yeah.
mind.
He was more Meerkat style build. Okay. Twinkie.
Effeminate man. Yeah.
Twinkie like the table, let's say. Okay, gotcha. ALT,
And
this is Vike says, ALT, this is different from you listing in war in 1812. Thank you, Vike. Let's see what Vike
Different
thinks about
standards.
this. Random Vike says, God damn it. Get out of here, Vikes. Fuck off. Anyways, go ahead. Sorry, Mr. Merchant. Mr. Vike says, get out of here, Vikes, I said. Oh, God. I pushed the button too many times. It'll go away.
Great,
okay.
sure.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No,
Okay, so we
I
get the
don't,
reception. That guy gets thrown out. He's going crazy, and you don't give him time to be scared. Because what if you're scared of fucking needles, man? Who cares? You don't have time, right?
Oh,
I
that
guess
happens.
that's part of
Yeah.
it.
I have a buddy now who still damn near faints at the sight of blood or needles.
What do? They've even find a vein. They just stuff that
man
puppy in. Damn.
Man up.
See, this is why I can't do it. I can't man up. I can't do the man up part.
Oh man, I know needles aren't fun, but guess what? I don't know if they ran out that day or what, but I did not get peanut butter shot in the ass. I did not get it. I don't think any of us did.
That was to check. Well, okay, you say peanut butter shot in the ass. Is this some kind of code? Is this some kind of what is this?
It's penicillin.
Oh, okay, you didn't get that. So you're you're unvaxxed. Okay, gotcha.
They call it peanut butter because it like sits in your fucking ass like a lump. You feel it and it has to like work itself around. But I didn't get it, so I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, I made sure. I asked my mom. I was like, please. I knew she still had like my childhood vaccination records and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want them giving me nothing extra, please. So I because again, medical records private. They only know what you tell them. They give them access to. And this is another thing I was going to say about kid passing out. There's plenty of people who neglect to disclose that they have problems, right? Or were on medication. And I had a young lady lose her fucking mind in basic training. We all suspect that she had a mental illness that she didn't disclose, stopped taking the medication, and then slowly lost her goddamn mind. She was shitting in garbage cans.
Well,
oh yeah, they took her out with MPs by the end of it, brother.
Sorry, big ups everybody sharing their stories as well. Jacob says his family is servicemen. All 5 went, only 3 came home. Big ups, Jacob. Thanks for their service.
And
everybody sharing their tale. Legends in chat, a lot of them here. Iron Reaper has a question for you though. What if you came in 4th place at Evo? Can you get a waiver to skip the physical and intelligence tests? Possible?
That's a good point. That's a very good point. They're like, that's a lot of hand-eye coordination, you know? He can pilot drones.
Big Dog has a question for you. What was your MOS and where did you go to basic? I was in 91, 97 infantry. Thanks for your service. Big Dog asks.
No, thank you, Big Dog. 91, 97 infantry. Shit. Can you imagine? He's still wearing the black boots, probably. Getting Spartan
You're saying
kicked
a lot
in
of
the
stuff.
chest.
So there's black boots is just like scare. I don't know what this means. You're saying a lot of stuff though. What's that mean?
So those were like the kind of the post-Vietnam, the 90s era black boots. They had to keep them shiny and polished.
Oh, that's
Now
that thing
you'll-
where you're like, clean your boots, maggot. Why the
Now
dirt
you'll-
on your boots, dumb fuck? That
Yep.
kind of stuff. Oh, okay, gotcha.
And now we have these funky coyote boots or whatever, coyote tan, sandalwood, whatever.
Okay, so let's move past the storyline. So you got you didn't get all the shots, but you're past the part where you're the cattle and you're fully prepped and ready to go. You're ready for the country fair.
Reception's miserable. And to quickly answer his question, I'm a 12
please.
November horizontal construction engineer. And what else do you ask? Oh, where
Where
did I
did
go
you
to
go to
basic? I
basic?
did everything at Fort Leonard Wood, baby.
Hell
so
yeah.
this is a miserable miserable reception week. Anytime you do sit, it's like old wooden pews, wooden chairs, wooden auditorium. Everything's just painful. So now, all right, you're excited. We're finally going to get split off into where we're our final
Time to go.
destinations.
Do you have to put anything you prefer to do? Like at this point, are you saying like, you know what, I want to do engineering. I want to be a chef. You doing that
So
kind of
that's
shit or
sorted
no?
out with your recruiter. And as far as I know, the Army is still the only branch where you can choose your job. The other branches put you where they need you. And based on their assessment, blah, 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 blah.
Bit of a grab bag then. I'd rather choose. I'd choose something like the
I like the
janitor
choice
stuff.
as well.
Yeah. So you said you chose horizontal engineer. Is that what you chose?
Horizontal
or
construction engineer. I chose something else. I have, let's just say I had to get a waiver, so that influenced my ability to get a security clearance out the gate. So then that limited my jobs, even though at first my test scores, they're like, you can fucking go wherever you want, bro. And then it was like, oh, you got arrested once? Well, never mind.
Okay. So because of that arrest history, that kind of limits what you can do. Let's say.
Yeah. And I had to do a phone interview with some sergeant major who had like an African accent on a speakerphone. I could barely understand him. I was so nervous.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair enough. Oh, look, Blame Your ISP says Navy bases you choice of jobs off your test scores. Sider says Air Force lets you choose. There you go. So some people
really okay. Maybe things have changed a bit.
Okay, so you couldn't do what you wanted to do, but then you found this horizontal engineering construction
Absolutely.
engineer. Okay,
he
what's
tried
that
to bully
mean?
me into infantry, and I was like, "Fuck no! You think I'm stupid? I'm in my 30s, dude. I'll die in training."
So nothing vertical for you, only horizontal. What does that mean exactly?
Right.
What does
that means you're heavy equipment operator. You're moving the earth. Your earthworks.
Oh.
So heavy machinery. I've always loved construction. Again, I did vertical construction. That's technically carpentry as far as the Army's concerned.
Okay,
yeah. So I'm like, I want to fucking do dozers and foundations, and then of course, militarily, you build traps, you build fighting positions, you make
Rybread, same thing. Big ups, Rybread.
There
same
you
thing
go.
As you. There you go.
Mobility, counter mobility, and I forgot the other one.
So what you say? Counter mobility. That means like a fucking wall of like spikes or something, but in a more cool way. But that's counter mobility,
anti-vehicle
right?
ditches, right? Mm-hmm.
Ooh, what's that?
Berms.
What does that look like?
So
Anti-mobility. Yeah, what is that? Go ahead.
So if imagine you're the enemy and you're driving forward and you see, okay, they made a berm wall, a big pile of dirt, kind of a dirt wall.
Your berm wall.
Yeah. So berm is like when you push all the dirt up to make a big wall.
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
Like with a big bulldozer. And so then your enemy's like, okay, I got to breach that if I can't go around it. And so maybe they go through or trying to go up and over. And instead on the other side, they find a huge anti-vehicle ditch. So then if a tank were to roll up and over this motherfucker, the turret goes now boop down in the ground once it pops over. Shit like that.
Did you ever see your handiwork like be successful? Like, you know what I mean? Like you do a prank, but you do a prank. Like we've all done these pranks. Where like it's an awesome prank. However, you'll never see the payoff because it's going to happen sometime in the future where you weren't there. Kind of similar here, right?
So the closest I can get to that, I know. I wish they had dummy vehicles they could use to just like, hey, let's see if this actually works.
Yeah.
Right. But the closest thing you can get is you do have to learn how to breach these. Because we will be the ones to be called up to go with and be attached to whoever else if they encounter these and need to be breached. So then we have a method of basically you run the dozer up and you have your guys in line behind the dozer. And the dozer is also technically clearing, if there's mines and shit leading up to it. So that's why they're standing behind and moving behind it in its footprint. And as the dozer punches through that berm wall, it's also pushing that dirt into that anti-vehicle ditch now to make a bridge.
Okay.
So we do have to practice breaching. There's that.
That's okay. I got you. That's pretty cool. I mean, cool, but it's interesting at least.
It is. It's fun to me.
And how long were you doing this? Were you in the military in total?
I was in 5 years.
5 years. Okay. Yeah. And looking back now, I mean, what's your thoughts now? Would you recommend that? Let's say if you have a merchant child in the future, would you hope he does that? Maybe not hope he does that. What would you say to that?
I mean, only if there's interest. I can't.
Oh yeah.
I would never recommend someone who didn't have it in their mind to begin with. Oh yeah, go ahead. No, it's a great time. No, but if you want to, I mean, all you can really do is expose someone to the realities. And even though I believe that I was very lucky, it's even lucky that I got to serve in 2 back-to-back full-time construction units. As a construction engineer, you may not have that privilege. Some of my friends, they were stuck with combat engineers the whole time and basically barely did their job. And that's how the Army could be in a lot of ways. You get, out of training, you're like, I'm going to go do my job and this or that. And you could get stuck somewhere not doing your job.
Interesting.
And then there's of course all types of problems with any large organization. So your results will vary.
And you got it. Somebody just stuck with douchebags and shit like any other job, right? I'm sure there's people you fucking hate, right? And
and you can't really fire them though, and shit like that.
You know. This is a picture Mr. Merchant shared with me. So what is this? This is a okay. I would say this is a vehicle that's made to carry bulldozers. But what else does it do?
So this is a stock image of your average what I would typically have to move around, right? So these trucks, they're called like Hemits or Lets, and slightly different variations of them. And then that huge flatbed trailer and my good old dozer. So that dozer there is called a D7. And that D7 is your most common, largest dozer that we use. One of my favorites. We also use a D6, a little smaller, a little more precision. I love that one.
So you got to drive this puppy?
Yes, you are responsible for moving your own gear around, right? This is something really weird. All through training, I thought like, oh, the Army has truck drivers. The truck drivers drive everything and move it. They're called 88 mics, 88 Ms. But I'm like, oh yeah, they do that. And I was like, no, dummy, you move your own shit around. Like, oh, what was I thinking?
Big ups, Chio in the house here says, big ups merch. My husband was 88 Mike and drove the head vehicles in Iraq. Did 3 tours in 15 years. Wow, there we go. So he was doing that. He was doing the driving. The 88 Mike.
But he was moving around supply or something, not my stuff for me.
Well, still cool. Big up Chio.
Absolutely. And God bless that they survived,
Definitely. Joshua Clan says, the thought of Phil in the military is so funny. If he flew drones launching an ICBM at a hospital, I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. Like, thinking about him controlling anything is an issue, right? He can't control video games, so.
They got it in COD when he does like the blow up RC car and shit.
Yeah,
he can't aim.
All misses, yeah.
Driving into walls.
So this picture, another Mr. Merchant shared picture here. So this is shooting range, let's say.
Yes, but that's labeled number 2. Go to number 1.
Oh, number 1. Okay, number 1. Hold on.
It's called RLFC. That is a training complex up in I almost said North Korea, in the north side of South Korea.
North side of South Korea, okay.
Where everyone does training.
Right here, right?
Yep. So this is an example of a project we worked on.
Oh, okay.
Go
ahead.
This is when we were finished, right? Do you see that bottom line, that bottom dirt line above, like the back of that Jeep?
Yeah. Okay. There's like let's say there's 3 lines here or layers of dirt. Let's say you're talking about the bottom one. Okay, got it.
Yep, that's where it used to be. So
you had to build that up.
For about 8 fucking weeks, yeah.
Jesus. What kind of hours are you doing on this for this kind of job?
Oh, these are 24/7 for this kind of stuff.
See, but you can't though. So like, you work and then you sleep for how long they give you to sleep? You know what I'm saying?
Crews work at night. Well, the day crews sleep. So it's
wow.
So and this is gonna be a little complicated. So when we did this, right? All right.
Yeah.
This is just the one that my platoon worked on, and there were other ones also being built up on the same large training area, right?
Yeah.
And part of the reason it took us so long to do that is because the other fuckers were being prioritized.
Oh,
so there were times where I would sit in a dozer for almost an hour between dump truck loads. But what
do you have with you? Can you do like music or anything, or no? You just sitting there?
Sometimes.
Like you got your phone with you? Is that allowed?
Sometimes.
Looking at Instagram. Okay.
This is where I also want to point out. This is where it gets kind of goofy because, like, being in construction.
Yeah.
We also have the priority. Everybody wants us to build shit for them, right? And it has to get done.
Yeah.
Time meow. And so at the same time, the battalion needs to do their exercises, their training exercises. So sometimes we do fucking construction projects and they layer the combat training over that.
Oh,
so
Jesus.
now,
come on.
The first 2 weeks of doing this project, that's where we were sleeping in a tent right outside the thing and, running 24-hour ops. That's where you have to be in full kit, weapons. You can't have, your pleasure stuff, your phones and fucking distractions and all that. When we were done with the exercise portion, this place does have barracks that we then moved into, finally could sleep at night. We weren't running as much night ops, didn't have to wear full kit, but it just took forever. So then this part 2 picture that I sent.
Oh yeah, this one. Okay, part 2 right here.
That is what basically the Koreans finished afterwards, and as far as I know, what it looks like now.
So they made it into the Mohican Range.
Yeah, they
range.
added even more to it, threw up that whole nice, I don't know if that's aluminum shit, whatever the fuck. But yeah, they made it real. But we did all that grunt work.
Waffle Bunny's asking, were you part of the E4 Mafia?
I unfortunately can't say I was. I was a pretty damn good E4, but I had a lot of responsibility thrust on me right away. So it's like I didn't even have a chance to really be a shitbag.
I don't know what E4 means, so I'm just gonna say okay.
So that's a rank that's right below sergeant, and but you're above all the other privates. So it's like you have, and then you presumably should have been in for a while and had experience. So you're like the big brothers.
Oh, okay, because everyone has a title, right? Sergeant, colonel, colonel. All these words they throw around. What do you start with? What's your first name? Sergeant. Private. Oh, private is just the lower. Okay, and then where do you go next?
So there's technically PV2.
Oh, okay.
Private second class. Then PFC, private first class. Then you hit that E4, that specialist.
E4 style. Gotcha. Okay.
And then there's an even more useless rank called corporal. And it used to be awesome back in the day, they say. But corporal is where you're not a sergeant, but you are a sergeant. You have all the responsibility. It's technically a non-commissioned officer now.
Yeah.
But you have the same pay as E4.
Come on. What's the point of that?
I know. So, exactly.
Doesn't make sense.
I know. So anyways, you know their before and after.
Yeah, so this is your team. This is when your team rolls up and then when your team leaves. You made this
That's
little...
right.
So this seems... What is the purpose of this? Maybe a parking lot? Future Walmart? What do you think? What are the
Well, you can see
here?
that's a helicopter there.
Okay.
He's parked a little further ahead. But essentially, there's a couple things going on. If you see in the first picture how bad the ground is, right?
It's flat, no.
We have been... I also bring this up because this shit triggers me. This is how some people deal with problems, right? There's a colonel that runs this base, whatever. And we described to him several times how to fix the problem that he's having here with this field constantly being flooded. He doesn't care, and he has the money and the budget that... I got training coming up. I will just pay thousands of dollars, whatever, to dump dirt on the problem.
Yeah.
So this is also like the third or fourth time we have been here, dumped dirt, flattened it out, left and come back.
Oh, it keeps happening again because of natural,
Because he doesn't want to go through the process of building proper drainage and stuff. And instead it's like, nope, just pay for dirt. Pay the Koreans for dirt.
Okay.
Hey, it's great for the Korean economy.
We got a question for you again here from Deadly Penguin 7 who says, I was a 225B Form 1321. You know what that means? I want to make a fake DD214 for Phil and put 4th place at Evo under awards. Saying a lot of numbers here. 25B Form 1321. Stat.
A technology specialist. Woo.
Yeah.
signals. Yeah, 25. I should have known.
Big ups, Deadly Penguin 7. So what a question I got to ask. I would be remiss if I didn't ask. I see a lot of people asking in chat here. What is the situation in terms of, let's say, single Mr. Merchant at the time, just hypothetical here. Is there any situation in which there can be hanky-panky with fellow privates? I'm talking privates in terms of the class, not the place on the body. Is it possible there, or is it all locked down? There's nothing. Like, what do you want to do if you want to rub one out yourself? What do you do? It's pretty tight, right? What's the deal?
Possible. Anything's possible.
Okay,
ladies
how do you
get
do
pregnant in basic training somehow.
How though? Isn't there like security? I just wondered this.
I don't fucking know. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to sneak off in the middle of the night if long as
bunk bunnies. Chuck Berry says bunk bunnies. Okay, well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Long as the wrong people don't see you,
That makes sense. Okay, so now
I
let's
wouldn't
go.
know.
Yeah.
I'm married, dude.
He never has. Mr. Merchant would not even fucking know. Damn right. Big ups to Copeside Phil. Says eventually he's going to be finishing whole cases of White Claws every night on stream, and the next day he's going to say he's not alcoholic. That's coming up. Don't worry. We'll get to the truck content. Do not worry. We got to
We're
see
getting there.
Philip handling a vehicle like this. Be a lot of fun. Okay, so some funny things I found that I wanted to talk about with Mr. Merchant in terms of Philip. So first we found this, DSP's true feelings about the military. Memology made this video 6 years ago. I want you to remember that. 6 years ago. But look at the comments. The first comment from Tango Man says, "What's your obsession with DSP? He's just trying to entertain people. It's not like I'm doing anything wrong." Do I think that is Philip? No, but it's still pretty funny because this person said it's not like I'm doing anything wrong, as if it is DSP, and Memology pinned it, rightfully so. So then I said, okay, well, let's check out this Tango Man's channel, right? Let's just check it out. The comment is, "I masturbate my anus frequently."
Oh. It's Rich.
Could be your average DSP fan. Just letting you know, that's what it says. That's all I can tell you. I masturbate my anus frequently. All right, moving on. I'm just showing you stuff. You can come up with your own conclusions, everybody. That's all I'm doing here. Let's see Philip's thoughts on the military. Let's go.
Well, I didn't join the Navy.
Motherfucking views. The old one. This is the throwback classic.
I was ready for the audio.
My bad.
Views. I don't want to be Mr.
No,
Views.
it's me. Don't worry. It's not you, honey. It's me. Damn. What was this?
How long does this go? This one goes long in this part.
I'm serious. Oh, that one. It was that one. I need some other dance or whatever.
All right.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody, and
Oh,
welcome.
here we go.
Welcome, my friends.
Welcome.
Welcome, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, to those of you who live in the United States like me.
Please.
Today is a day when, first of all, we honor
Definitely
and remember
doesn't sound
those who
hungover.
are giving the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty to protect our way of life, to protect our freedoms here in the United States of America. It is an important day.
I love the sway audio.
That we should
3D
definitely
audio.
take some time aside to, remember
We should take some
those
time
who
aside.
have given their all for us to be able to live the lives we live, right? So first of all, thank you to anyone out there.
Thank you.
For your service if you have served in the United States Armed Forces, and of course, in remembrance of those who have lost their lives.
So I wanted to
I
show
agree.
here. Look what he said in his tweet. He said, "Happy D-Day, everyone."
I know.
Happy D-Day! Big ups, everybody. Hope you have a great one. Happy. This is
It's
from
just like-
2019. He said
You
that.
don't even think about it.
Happy. Okay.
FL Gibson 97.
Okay, go ahead.
Cheered. He says, "Do you think that being a full-time streamer is similar to serving in the military?" No. That's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard
Hey, you might be.
in my life. Serving in the military is one of the most
I'm glad he didn't try.
selfless
He
giving
didn't try. no,
things
no.
you could ever do in your entire life.
He knew
you're
that would be
literally
bad.
putting your
Even he
life
could tell.
on the line in order to protect the
Plus his
lives
dad,
and
I
freedoms
think.
of everyone else in your country. It's one of the most, in my opinion anyway, one of the most commendable
his
things
opinion.
and most respectable things you can do in your life is to serve in the military. And I've always been
What
a
a hero.
huge, not, I don't want to say fan, but supporter and proponent of those
I wanna
who
say
served in the
fan.
military. I think that they deserve better
Say
treatment when they
fan.
come back. I think that they
They deserve better treatment when they come back. Would you agree with that, Mr. Merchant? As someone, would you? Okay, let's move on.
He's
on.
Move on.
In
talking
the
of a
military.
different time.
I think that they deserve.
It's gotten better. It
He's
definitely
talking.
has.
You know what he's doing? He's talking about fucking Rambo in that Rambo movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they need better treatment. Nothing is over.
All right, only 3 more.
Here we go. Sorry.
Or motherfuckers
That's what he's
fighting
thinking
for
about.
Agent Orange. Yeah.
is to serve in the military, and I've always been a huge opponent for us. It's
Okay.
so good. trying to get employment and stuff, and that's fucked up. That in our country
Oh, here we
aren't
go.
so good. Lost over. Sadly, some people in the military, they come back to lives that aren't so good. Trying to get employment and stuff, and that's fucked up. That in our country, we have people who are giving the ultimate sacrifice.
He's talking about the first blood. Yeah.
My life I'm putting on the line for all of you, and then they come back and we can't give them fucking help to get them, have them have a good life when they return. I think that stuff's messed up. I hear horror stories about it, and I'm like so perturbed about it. So that's why today
don't think he understands.
No, he has no idea what's going on. Zero.
No.
we do respect
Zero idea.
and remember those who didn't make it back, right? So there you go. But no, what a stupid thing to say. How on earth is me sitting here playing video games on the internet anything like serving in the military? That's just a very disrespectful statement, and you should actually apologize to those who have served that you would even try to make that comparison. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What's the story about
You
your
didn't have
stupid
to read
questions?
it?
Yeah, apologize. Silent Sama says, streaming or military? Sitting here pumping out content is hard work. That's what he really thinks. If he was telling the
Shit.
truth, he'd be saying, well, there's some similarities for sure.
I put in long hours too.
Yeah.
I work
People
all
yelling
night.
at you. I don't have the drill sergeant yelling at me, but I have chat yelling at me, so it's kind of similar. Exactly.
Today's actually a national holiday called Memorial Day, and so before we even
Questions.
There's the picture in the wild.
today's actually a
There's the picture we use for the. Oh no, is that the one we use for the the wage quit warning? Is that
Yeah,
one?
definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's the picture, but it's definitely that frame from the
That
game.
frame, yeah, look. We found it in the wild. There we go. It's that one, but they changed the face. Blue Prince
Because
is
it's
feeling
also
it.
ridiculous that he used that.
Yeah, I know.
Why?
What is he? What? Yeah. What is? Yeah. Hold on a second. What is this frame telling us? I want a chopper full of penne, or what? You're going to shoot this young girl, Philip?
I know.
Okay.
If there's time, I don't know if you planned this, but if
No,
there's
but-
time, maybe we can find that scene and just see what he was saying during that section of gameplay.
Detroit Become Human. I might be able to find it.
national
It's in,
holiday called
that's like the first mission.
Tip me where the kid gets it. There you go.
Memorial Day, and so before we even begin with anything today, I would like to say to those of you who are American like me,
Here's Memorial Day, by the way. This is Memorial
American like
Day. Here we go.
with anything today, I would like to say to those of you who are American like me, no matter what you're doing
Lord.
today, whether you are watching a live stream, whether you're celebrating with friends and family,
What's this fan art? Look at this fan art, too. What's going on here? Welcome. Oh, God, look at this.
Yeah,
Follow me down to the basement where I stir the sauce.
With the kid.
That's what it says. What is this? What's going on with these fan arts? Detroit
I don't
Become
even remember-
Humans wild.
I don't even remember anything in the game that would warrant this.
Follow me down to the basement.
whether you're celebrating with friends and family, whether you're having a nice food cookout, which is a traditional thing that people do on
Food
Memorial Day.
cookout.
All right.
Yep.
Whatever it may be that you are
My
doing
dad's getting a
today
new grill.
as a form of whatever, please at least take a moment to remember the memory of those who we
Remember
have
the memory.
lost who were serving in the military. Mm-hmm. The United States of America is a world superpower, all right? And a lot of our
Jesus.
freedoms that we enjoy
All right.
are solely because you have a military presence that allows us to protect those freedoms. And those who have sacrificed and given their lives in order to allow us to continue to live in peace and to have the freedoms that we have should be remembered, should be applauded, and, should never be forgotten. So, taking a quick moment here on stream to just give a shout out to the military and those who we have lost. Thank you very much for your service. Halo 5 Guardian.
Does anyone know the girl's name in Detroit Become Human? I'm trying to find that scene, but what's her name? I can search for it. Like, shoot. Anyone know her name? I don't know the game. Anyone in chat? I'm sure someone in chat knows. Watch. It'll happen very shortly. I guarantee it.
Military and those who we have lost. Thank you very much for your service.
Clara.
Halo 5 Guardians campaign. And some people took offense that I actually was able to just walk through a couple
Oh,
of...
it's the opening scene. All right, well, that's worth a field trip then. Hold on. I'm
It's
down
like the
to
first
see.
mission.
Okay.
And then ironically, too, I started watching Phil pretty much as I joined, or like right before I left. So then it was also
interesting.
cool to eventually get my phone back and be like, what did I miss? And it was Medicare's catfish video that was like, oh my God, dude, there's more to this guy than just bad gameplay here.
Oh, interesting. That's how you jumped on. Okay.
Yep.
That was, let's see, we're talking 2018-ish?
Yeah, it's 17. Yeah,
Okay,
17,
yeah.
18.
All right. It's Alice, and this is the first scene. Okay. I was promised it's in here. Oh, God, we got to make our character. Oh, come on. It's not looking like first video, though. Look at this.
TSP. Come on.
I know. Hold on. Let's see. I saw different. Do you have to
Ladies
do
and gentlemen,
character creation?
English.
No, I don't think you care.
Subtitles on.
Character here.
Oh no, you don't. You guys probably want large subtitles, right? I think the bigger the better. Look, those
Oh,
are
I
Stupid
found
menus.
I found this one, which could be funny. He does a alternate choices playthrough, and that one does have the moment. But he's going to be trying to ham it up like a fucking clown, though, so it won't be as funny. But let's just see this real quick. See?
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I literally just ended my first run of Detroit Become Human, and I'm starting up a second run with alternate choices right now. Let's see how...
Okay.
I came here unarmed.
Okay, now I think I can find it, though. Now I'm a pro at this game. I think I can find it. He's outside. It's right about... No.
The next video?
I think it's part 2. Part 2, trust me.
All right,
so-
what do we got here?
And imagine, too, I didn't even watch, but his first playthrough this, he had to look at
Wow, it sounds nuts.
everything.
What's this?
Oh, yeah.
What you listening to?
Oh, here we go. Found it. I'm a legend.
I know you're angry, Daniel.
Let's see how he takes this very
But you need
serious
to trust
scene.
me and let me help. I don't want your help. Nobody can help me. All I want is for all this to stop.
Philip?
I just want all this to stop. Are you armed?
Hello? Oh, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do? What's your guess, Mr. Merchant prediction style?
Damn it. Oh, I feel like he's going to lie.
I feel like he's going to lie. Yeah, I'm going lie. I'm locking myself in on lie.
No.
He did lie.
I don't have a gun.
I lied.
I know you have a gun.
I'm good at lying.
You told him to lie, then he does lie. He said, huh, he lied. What do you think was gonna happen?
No.
Shit.
Are you armed? No. I don't have a gun.
I lied.
What do you think was gonna
I
happen?
know you have a gun. I'm telling
what,
you the
Philip?
truth, Daniel.
I made the robot
I
lie.
came here unarmed.
Possible cause, Emma and you,
shit.
realistic, defective. He's always going to choose one of the top 2 answers on these. I think he's going to say Emma and you.
He loves the unlocks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that.
Yeah.
There you
I know
go.
you and Emma
Oh.
were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong. She lied to me. I thought she loved me,
Fun stream.
but I was wrong. She's
Still
just
a
like
lot.
all the
He's
other
enthralled. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
boy.
enthralled with this.
He loves his movie games.
Yeah.
Definitely Triangle.
I'm going to get. Oh, you say triangle.
He loves his unlocks.
I'm choosing triangle too, just to keep my streak alive. Triangle.
They were going to replace you, and you became.
Is that what he chose?
Yep. Oh, wait.
They were
Okay,
going
yes,
to
yes,
replace
yes.
you,
I'm 2-0.
and you became upset.
Let's see one more.
That's what happened, right?
Slowly.
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered.
Great
But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done.
Okay, this is
Okay.
not an easy choice. Go ahead, Mr. Merchant. Go ahead.
I'm going to go sympathetic.
I am going to say realistic. Realistic is my guess. Here we go. What will Philip choose?
Listen,
Sympathetic,
Oh.
son of a bitch. All right, here we go.
I can tell he's trying to
I know
min-max
it's not your
this.
Yeah.
fault. These emotions you're feeling are just
I
errors
bet
in
you
your
his second
software.
playthrough, he's clowning.
Yes. Oh yeah.
off the
That.
cliff.
Yeah.
No, it's not my fault.
He's stabilizing.
I never wanted this.
He's
I
stabilizing.
love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered
All
around.
right, Philip.
can't stand that noise anymore.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, there's another choice coming.
Oh.
Does he send him off? That's tough. I feel like he's really trying to win here. So I think he's going to tell the chopper to go.
Or tell that helicopter to get out of here.
I think he's going to try to say hero and accept. Yeah, I think he's going to try to be, I'll be the hero myself. I will accept. Get the helicopter out of here. Is that what you went with too? Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever answer leads to it leaving.
Yeah, we both accept. We both think accept. Boom. 3 for 4.
There we go. Nice.
Nice.
No, this is not his alternate choices run. This is the real one. I found it.
There. I did what you wanted.
Yeah, so he definitely wants the best outcome he can get.
Yeah.
Bluff?
Okay, here we go. Last chance, trust, bluff, rational. Now this is tough. This is tough.
I think bluff. The poker man.
I think that's sadly the right guess, I think.
I know.
I think he's going to try to be the hero and try to overplay, and I think he's going to say bluff. I agree with bluff. We are both locking in on a bluff. Here we go.
Go Phil.
You have to trust me.
He didn't trust.
Took my backup.
Who got that first? He said trust.
Who said
Wesley
it?
H, maybe?
Syphoria?
Damn it. Sokochai Phil said trust. Kuro, Syphoria, a lot of trust.
Let the hostage go,
Wesley,
and I
yep.
promise you, everything will be fine.
99%.
I want everyone to leave.
Yeah, I did it.
And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Ooh.
Okay. Use gun, sacrifice self, compromise, or refuse.
Triangle all day.
You say he's using gun here.
He loves his unlocks.
Yeah, I think you're right. Once he sees that unlock, he just knows he's gonna have to use it. I think he's
Square, get out of here. Not happy.
Yeah. Square has no chance. Zero. Jesus, no. What's wrong with you? Here we go. He's LARPing as a hero. I agree with that, Chris Benoit. Here we go. I say use gun as well.
That's impossible.
Compromise! What? We are getting felted. Syphoria on fire. Wow. Tacozilla on fire.
Watching. They're cheating.
Yeah, you can't. Don't
cheating.
cheat. This got to be a fun game, actually, if I can find other games like this to guess what he chose.
Yeah, choices games.
But it has to be surprise or people would cheat. Like they assholes. But there, let's go.
Daniel.
Syphoria on fire. I hope there's one more.
Let the girl go, and I promise you won't be hurt.
This is not the alternate run. This is the real one.
All right. 99%. Nice.
Yeah. Now
Okay. Use gun, sacrifice self, reassure, or truth. I'm waiting for Syphoria's choice, honestly. What do you think?
Gun.
Yeah. What do you? Okay, Merchant says gun. I'm going to go. I'm going to say reassure. I'm going to say reassure myself. Syphoria says no cheating here, bozos. Oh, starting to get heat. Syphoria getting heat. Oh, it's nice to have you here, Mr. Merchant, as well this week, because last week we had a real morally bankrupt person named Vikes on, and it's so nice to have you with us. You are truly the yin to his yang, let's say. It's nice. Syphoria has made their guess reassure. Here we go. Will it be reassure? Let's go.
You're not
Reassure!
Damn it.
Nice.
Oh, reassure!
Yes.
Syphoria is filled
Did it.
up.
100%.
Oh, look how happy he is.
Nice.
I
Nice.
trust you.
Yeah. Very nice. See, I'm a good hostage negotiator. I do a good job.
What, Philip?
Very nice. See, I'm a good hostage negotiator. I do a good job.
Oh, definitely. Great negotiator. He's also a good interrogator. If you've seen him in that LA Noire game, he's a great interrogator.
Oh, Lord.
That's one of the best if you haven't seen it. Copeside Phil in the house. Best this how you don't play is because he gets like almost literally everyone wrong. Where it says like,
Jesus.
do you say suspicious or not suspicious? He'll like 100% say no, not suspicious. It's like, what? What the fuck? Huh? Copeside Phil in the house says, everyone smiles and is happy when they watch the opening of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah, they
Everyone
love it.
thinks, yeah, it's a good feeling.
Happy D-Day.
Third Eye the Third in the house. who says, both those fan arts are mine. Good times. He doesn't even look at fan art emails anymore. I tried like a year ago. Feels bad, man. If that is Third Eye the Third, he is the one responsible for these gems of fan arts that we showed earlier. There you go. Good work.
But were you
Third Eye the
trolling?
Third.
It seems like you're trolling.
Yeah, but you gave money to Third Eye the Third, so what's the deal there? You know, if you're just straight up trolling, it's cool. That's like, like remember the dude who said the fake intros?
You know.
The Skyrim fake intro, like that's good trolling because Philip actually thought it was real, but it wasn't. It was intentionally bad all the time. Anyways, let's go.
Do we
You
have
see Phil hidden in the bottom right corner of that picture?
Oh yeah, why is he shooting the girl again?
Exactly.
Why is he shooting the girl again?
Thank you very much for your service. Halo
Is
5
this you too, Third Eye the Third? Then I get
Guardians
it.
campaign, and some people took offense that I actually was able to just walk through a couple of the stages saying, why did you do that? You should have took your time and did the shooting like it was intended. Now, I'm sorry.
Talking about Claire Obscure.
But let's face it, this is 2015. This is not, 2004 or whatever the year
Yeah, 2015. Hype. Come on.
is that the original
Not
Halo came
2004
out.
anymore.
And in 2015, you should not be able to just
Halo
walk through a
5.
stage and skip everything in it. There should be game design choices that allow you to have to, or force you to have to fight the combat of the game. And that's not the case in Halo 5. It seems to me that the campaign was made...
Yeah, if you want to just not do anything, it's totally fine, right? Okay, anyways. Ooh, notice this. Notice this. Friends Online. 1. The name of that friend is...
Oh, Venomous.
Venomous01. Do you know who Venomous01 is? That's a certain James Lugo. Hell yeah. JJL sighting in the wild. All right,
We gotta go.
incredibly lazily. So I, on a whim, said, gee, I wonder if I just run through the stage like I did with Halo 1, if I could do it. And I can.
Yeah, looks like it.
And I did.
I never paid attention to
And it was a joke. It was a complete joke that you can do it. Sorry,
Okay.
girl. Would you rather take your time to slowly and grindingly kill every little insignificant grunt on the battlefield? Or if your objective is to just pass the stage, would you just pass the stage and survive? A smart grunt,
Okay, who cares?
Bleh, or phoned in campaigns, if that's how they're going, and they're just going to make crappy dialed in or phoned in campaigns.
Hey! Phoned in and dialed in campaigns.
That's how they're going, and they're just going to make crappy dialed in or phoned in campaigns.
Yeah, cool.
Just for the sake of saying that there's a story. That's kind of lame in my opinion, but hopefully I'll be proven wrong here. We'll see. Okay.
All right, only 3 more questions. Next one's
Here
from
we go.
Joseph Seniza. Excuse me,
Okay,
I
go
probably
ahead, go ahead.
mispronounced that. Hey, when you were in high school or your mid-20s, did you ever think about joining the military? Yes, and I've told this story before, but I'll very briefly tell it again. When I was in high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I didn't know if I wanted to go to college, if I wanted to go to the military. Now, my dad was a Marine, and I had considered going to join the Marines and or just the military in general. So I went to the local recruitment board or whatever, and they did an interview with me. Based off of the responses to my interview, they thought that I was a top candidate to be an officer.
Okay, so this part right here where they said you're a top candidate to be an officer, they probably tell everyone something positive, right? In a normal situation, I'm imagining.
Well, yes. And then depending on, well, he said right after high school.
Yeah,
So he was probably already gassing him up about, go to college and da-da-da-da-da. So the officers, you have to have college education. So that's more or less probably what they were doing, / trying to get him to enlist to get them to pay for college, probably.
Yeah, like, because at any fucking job fair, when the high schoolers come up to your booth, you tell them like, wow, yeah, you could be great, man. Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
They could barely be functioning, and you still say that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to say it. You know what I mean? It's just a nice thing to do, you know?
So I got an opportunity called hometown recruiting, where I was able for like 10 days or 2 weeks go home after training and work with them, quote unquote, work with them. So, but they actually did make me work, and I did. I did have to go do recruiting events with them and shit like that. Which is a little weird being in a high school and you're.
Do you have to do that thing though? Like, oh God, you'd be an officer for sure. Or do you say like, hey, it's cool?
I didn't gas nobody up like that. I mainly went through what appealed to me. It was like, hey, dude, you can get school paid for while you're in and after you get out.
Yeah. So you're just matter of factly stating the good parts. I mean, I think that's probably
I'm a
the right
facts
play.
guy.
Yeah. So some people don't know about Jake James Lugo, it seems. Papa Polecat is letting me know. Some people don't know about Jake James Lugo. So, shall we do a refresher? I guess we should. Let's go to Nerd Brew's channel.
He's AMC's greatest fan.
I think that'll give it to me. So, Jake James Lugo, real quick, is a really long-term fan of DSP, and I'm talking almost the longest known. Because he was in one of the first Ask the Kings, so that puts him at like 2010 or so, and he was already asking questions to Philip's Ask the King. He would then go on to create content himself. He still does to this very day. Jake James Lugo. Let's show that. So he's trying to be like a games journalist and stuff. But you know, he's trying his. The positive thing I'll say about him is that he tries. And he has passion, and he fucking tries. Now, he's not that good at the job, let's say, in my opinion. So, for example, just so you get a little taste of Jake James.
Final Fantasy VII is arguably one of the most popular JRPGs ever made, so naturally, there will be spin-offs. Go through a lot in order to get them.
So, like, there's nothing like...
One thing I could be critical about...
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just not catching me either. Let's put it that way.
It's white bread.
Yeah, but he does try a lot. He does thumbnails for everything, and he's been doing this for a long time. He started 10 years ago. And,
almost as long as Phil, with about the same amount of views.
He has some memeable videos as well. How to deal with sweaty hands. This is one... A lot of you guys. Snood, this is Snood's favorite one. He gets his tips from this one. How not to sweat so much in your hands.
Of a few of my videos, and I think it's something very important to cover. I think this is something that all of us as gamers are affected in one way or another. No matter what preference you have in consoles, the type of games you enjoy, or whatever it is that you do on a daily basis when you play your video games.
Creature.
This is something that's going to
lifting and exercising this whole time, and he looks the same.
He does look the exact same. I will say this too. He doesn't age at all. Like this video.
Not as poorly as Phil.
Not as poorly. This video is 10 years old. You said he doesn't look like that now? He looks the exact same. He also takes funny pictures.
His body. Like he exercises.
I mean, this is kind of cringe. I'm about to be honest. JJL. He loves to take also selfies of himself.
AMC King. Always has earbuds in.
He loves movies. He just has passion. So while we are busting on Jake James Lugo here, he has passion for life that Philip never had. I guess I'll put it that way.
He desperately wants to be a brand ambassador.
Yes.
For anything.
He just doesn't quite have the personality for it. You know what I mean?
How you been lifting this long? You the exact same. It makes no sense.
He has a passion. I don't know why I'm like talking up Jake James Lugo here. He is just a not a very entertaining creator, yet he does try more than Philip. And he's been a fan of Philip for a long time. So anytime you're a fan of Philip for a long time, that means you probably have issues.
Yeah, go try and offer some criticism, see what happens.
And you will get blocked if you say anything negative.
You will get blocked.
Vikes$799.99 Switch eBay listing says, check my bio for all your black market needs. Thank you.
Oh, shit.
Is that on eBay? Mario Faker says, Subway hasn't posted for 6 days. I know. And I wonder if we have a little effect on that, because they are definitely slowing their roll when it comes to the fucking tweets, guys. Look at this. What was it? So what I'm looking at now is that people are now responding just to normal Philip tweets with pictures. Like he's getting the treatment everywhere. I like this one. Who made that?
Who's that? Ace Ventura?
Yeah, Ace Ventura Philip with the feed my wife. But anyways, but then now look, there is no tweet since the 4th of June. Subway. They used to be every other day poster. They're slowing their roll now. And Subway, just lean into it. I promise everyone will lose their minds. If you say robust, tangy, it's over. you will get 1,000 retweets. Okay, Subway? And it'll all be positive. That's all I do. I say positive thoughts about Subway, obviously.
And you may not believe it, but Phil bitching about your product will actually make people like it more.
Exactly.
I know you don't get it, but he is the anti-marketer.
But I think to them, like, imagine you're in their shoes. Like, if you're the social media manager, intern, you know, you're 19 years old at college doing social media communications. I'm sure they're like, this is negative, right? Like, what do we do here? This has to be a negative. Like, they're making fun of us, right? Like, I don't.
It has to be confusing.
Yeah, how do you like unpack this? This is not in the textbook, you know. What do you do when a band of lolcow enjoyers post shit on your social media posts? What do you do, right? There's no textbook for that, I imagine. But anyways, okay, let's get back to the military story.
That's 100% a lie. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. Okay, now they didn't promise anything. Obviously, you got to get the basic training, but they were like, listen, you know, you're very smart. I didn't know that.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, I don't know that means. I have no idea what I'm doing right now.
Score.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't even know what's
okay.
going on. Look at this. I don't even know what I'm doing.
And what's that test again? That's the one to just see if you're not truly functioning, right? You said that's the easy one?
It's the written exam that usually, again, you take in high school, whether you knew it or not. You know, it's very general questions across different, you know, topics to see what your aptitude is in.
Like, we're talking about, like, what's the capital of France, or like more like individual questions about, like, you know, what's the square root of 9 and stuff.
A little bit, yeah. Because again, there's categories. It'll, you know, like mathematics, mechanical stuff.
Okay. So he could probably do that.
There's stuff about astronomy even.
Philip's good with anything that's not. I mean, we saw with the bully playthrough, mechanical things that don't require any out of the box thinking, he does okay with, honestly. But the problem is when you have to think about it in a different way. Like, he's good with like 4 + 4, 4 divided by 2 times 2, that kind of shit. He does it. The problem is when you have to think outside of the box to solve problems. That's where the problem is.
Right, it needs to be super linear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem.
I don't know what else to do. You need to know how to play, which I don't. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm doing. How the fuck do I start a mission? I don't know how I start a mission. I have no idea. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
You want? I sent a link of sample questions.
Oh, cool.
Oh my God, you fucking. Boy, am I stupid.
You're high ranked in your school. You're on track to go to a nice college. But if you go to the military, you'll be an officer. You won't see the front lines if you ever do get
I don't know, man. Mr. Merchant sent me some of the questions. I don't think he's getting much of these guys. All right. So I got out to automotive. Let's just do so you'd have to take all these or just some of these?
No, you would generally go through the whole test, and it's maybe 10, 20 in each category. Right.
Let's try auto information. I'm already there. Auto information. Shock. I'll try to take it seriously. I'm not going to look at chat. I'm going to take it seriously, all right? I don't care if you guys think I'm stupid. Shock absorbers on a car connect the axle to the wheel. Wait, shock absorbers connect the axle. No, chassis. Yes! Oh!
Ding.
Sign me up, bitch! I'm coming to the fucking military. Come on!
You could be a wheeled mechanic.
All right, I'm not a car style person, so just letting you know. Okay, where does combustion take place? All right, now this is a difficult one. One, two.
Do you know what you're looking at?
I'm looking at. Let me talk you through my thought process here, okay, guys? We're in a question about cars, so I'm guessing this is a part of a car.
Great start.
They asked about combustion. So I'm guessing this is an engine. I would not know that without those hints, but because of the context, I think I know we're on an engine. So where does combustion take place? Now, combustion is the explosion that pushes down or up. Who knows? I think it's still a mystery, really, which way it goes. But it kind of causes the engine to go down or up. I will say combustion takes place 3. God damn it, 6! Why does it happen up there?
Yeah,
so the explosion happens test is wrong.
Where the fuel injector, pumps it in right above the piston, and it punches that piston down.
Well, I think this test is wrong, diagram, clearly.
Not that great. Yeah, you should actually have your mom call.
All right, one more. If a car is driven mostly in a city, so that the spark plug tip never gets hot enough to burn off excess carbon in the cylinder. Oh, great. Oh, God. Okay, so if the car, so it's a car, all right, is driven mostly in a city so that the spark plug tip never gets hot enough to burn off excess carbon in the cylinder, then lower voltage should be applied to the spark plug. The tip should be pulled farther out of the cylinder. The tip should be pursed farther into the cylinder. A thicker conductor in the plug must be used. Okay, so I'm just going to do 100% test-taking strategies you picked up through high school and college. You know, they kind of take them. So a thicker conductor, a thicker conductor in the plug must be used, I think, is the outlier that's not true. I don't think that's good. I don't think that makes any sense. Now, they did do the classic thing of giving you two options, which are exactly opposite, yet they are the same option. Now, usually the answer's in one of those, all right? That's a little tip.
You're very good.
I can't ignore one. Lower voltage should be applied to the spark plug.
How do you do that?
How do you lower voltage to a spark plug? That's a great point. Do you know the answer to the question, honestly, or are you not sure yet? You're not sure either?
I wouldn't say honestly, no.
Okay, good. Okay.
Remember, I'm saying I passed this because I studied for the test. You know
I think this never gets hot enough to burn off excess carbon. How do you lower voltage? I guess you could do that, though, with their doohickeys and who's-a-what's-its back there, the guys, you know, the grease monkeys. I'm going to say my final answer. Now, it's one of these two. Do you have any feeling towards what? I think it's one of these two. I'm going to say that.
I feel like pulling the tip a little out, maybe.
Pull the tip out.
By the way, I'm not a mechanic either, so.
Yeah, come on. We're not supposed to know this. If we know this, it means they're very cool guys, by the way. Just letting you know. Okay, so you're saying push further out.
Pulled further out.
Pulled further out. Okay. We're clicking it. This is a team effort, but it still counts if we get it. You should be impressed. God damn it! Damn it! I told you.
Rule of don't fuck with spark plugs. That's my main thing. Unless you're changing it.
My test-taking skills were on point, but we lost to 50-50. Sometimes that's going to happen. So it's no problem.
I know.
Thank you. 33%. I think I would probably be allowed in anyway, though. 33%.
As long as your dominant hand trigger finger works, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Yep. That does. I'm quick as a...
Can you duck walk?
Yeah, I can. Oh, absolutely. I could duck walk and crab walk.
Hell yeah.
I could play bass guitar crab walking. That'll be fun.
I got a job for you. Fuck yeah.
All right.
You could join the Army band. Can you sight read?
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
No, I need to brush up, but all right, here we go. Mechanical last one here. Last one.
Ooh.
Mechanical comprehension. All right. Now I feel like this is Mr. Merchant's wheelhouse, so don't answer. I have one phone a friend. Okay, I have one phone a friend. Here we go. So
I did not go to crane school, despite my pleas.
Extending the reach of this crane will shift its total weight, allowable speed, center of gravity, or center of buoyancy. This one is easy. This one's easy. This one's easy. Come on, get the fuck out of here. I'm officer material. Yep. Jesus, come on.
Sir.
Get the fuck out of here. Okay, next. In which direction does friction act on this skier? Come on, get
injured question.
I thought it was C though. Didn't you think it was C? The friction happens.
I didn't look long enough. Shit.
I would have guessed C. I still think it's C. I still think it's C, actually. I don't care what the test says.
I see where they're coming at with D.
I see what they're thinking, but I think it's just a different way of thinking. I think I was taught differently. C is gravity and also friction. Why can't it be both?
I might have guessed B.
Some people are asking.
As the snow's moving underneath.
This one is for not me, for DSP. Thank you. I'm going to risk one more. I don't care if I look stupid. I'm just giving you the content here. Okay.
Oh shit! More pistons.
Oh god! Why is it all this bullshit? All right. Why does the intake valve? Who knows what that means? Open on this pump when the piston goes down. Why does the intake valve open on this pump when the piston goes down? Okay, now hold on. Let's think about this. Let me look at the answers. Air pressure at X is less than air pressure at Y. Air pressure at Z is less than air pressure at X. Air pressure at... Okay, you get the point of the questions. Okay, why does the intake valve open on this pump when... Okay, the piston is going down. Okay, piston goes down. When the piston goes down, that means air has to rush in because the air pressure is less No, wait. Hold on. Air pressure, okay, Y comes down, meaning there's a more space for the air to go in. That would definitely push X, down. So the question is, why does the intake valve open? Oh, that's easy. Because the air pressure at X is less than the air pressure at Y. I think it has to be that. Oh, wait. Or air pressure... Okay, hold on.
Why does the intake open when the piston goes down?
Why does the intake valve open? Well, that's because the air pressure is less in Y. Air pressure, there's no Y option though. Oh my God, hold on. Let me just think. Air pressure.
These are timed, by the way. Did I mention
I don't care. I'm taking all the time I need. I'm taking all the time I need. Okay. Air pressure at Z, get out of here. So this 2 is gone. That's out. Air pressure at X, we're dealing with X. The air pressure at X is greater.
Open.
Yeah, air pressure is less than the air. I'm going to go with, God.
Ooh, you're so close. You're like, you have it in your mind, but the words.
No, God damn it. This is a bullshit test. All right, so
I think
Mr.
you
Merchant,
had it with your words. But
my words are right, but I clicked the wrong one.
It's
common. It's common. I just got an email. I got an email. They said I am actually military material anyway, so they're interested in me being recruited. Okay, I'll write them back later.
For sure.
All right, fuck these questions. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, Jake James Lugo. How do we get here based on Jake James Lugo? Son of a bitch. I did this to myself. All right, here we go.
Time.
Deployed, yada, yada, yada.
I caused the problem.
Basically, they pumped up the military for me.
Okay.
And said that this is going to be a great thing for you.
I'm watching, by the way. Philip's not even in chat yet, so we got time. Don't worry.
So I remember after doing this interview, I was like, okay, this could be viable. And here's what happened. I swear to God, this is what happened. This is 100% true.
This is no lie. It's true.
I was about to leave, and as I was about to leave from the interview, the guy who interviewed me said, so what do you think, honestly?
What do you think? Yeah.
And I said, well, I'll be honest with you. A lot of what you said to me sounds attractive, but I do want to weigh and balance my other options too. And, there's a possibility that I'll be back, but, I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not 100% sold, but I liked what I heard today. The guy was such a cocky fucker. Here's what he said to me.
Go ahead.
That's okay. I know you'll be back.
Can you imagine saying that? That's so nothing.
You just told him, I'm interested. I like what I heard.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sold, but yeah.
So that's it.
Well, you'll be back.
What's the problem? It's so wild that this got him so riled up. Just any sign of authority looking down on him, and in his mind, by the way, because they're not actually looking down on him. They said, all right, we'll see you. We'll see you again, man. And then you get that.
This is that ODD shit, that defiant disorder. Just because the guy told him, oh, yeah, you'll be back. He's like, oh, fuck you.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna tell me what
officer.
I'm gonna do?
Yeah, you're some cool officer, dude. You the buff muscles, your sexy body. You think I care? I don't care what you say, douchebag.
We'll see you soon.
Truth of it is, he knows he ain't. He knows he had no intent.
He's too scared. Yeah, too scared of actually doing it. So it's better to have an excuse, right?
And the second he fucking said that to me,
right.
I immediately was turned off from going back, and I never did. Because the bottom line is, when you're
you get turned on by this
confidence.
Oh, you heard it. He did say bottom line, and I do have that now. So there you go. Where is it? Right here. Bingo. We got our first one.
But that's also something he consistently says when he tells his story. It turned me off. Like, bro, that sounds weird.
It turned me off.
That was cocky, egotistical bullshit. And what I could tell is that in his head they had ingrained that military shit. Oh, it's the best thing ever, and loyalty to your country, and herpa derpa fucking derp. The stuff that people fall for, that lack of independent thought, that he thought the military was such the best thing, and because I had, they'd done such a good job at selling the military, there was no way in hell that I wouldn't come back.
That's not really all they were saying.
And he said it in such a cocky fucking way that immediately I said, there's no fucking way I would ever go back and be a part of that. And I never did. And since that,
and he definitely didn't say that to his face either. Fuck? He said that seething going back to the car. Oh my God, this fucking asshole.
But you see what he said there? And this is why I see Memology made the video. He said, I don't want to be a part of that.
Yeah. I don't want to be part of that whole deal. That whole assholes. Because, he probably had... Well, his dad was in the military, though, so you'd think he'd have some kind of... Usually that
Marine,
puts a little...
You'd think be worse.
Yeah. You'd think you have some kind of respect for that, or a little bit of admiration, right? Or some kind of understanding of the kind of people. And I'm not saying that all people... Like, this person just said, like, you'll be back. They didn't say anything wrong, either.
ALT, I don't think there's a recruiter office in America that only has one person there.
Yeah, that's true, too.
You can go talk to anyone else.
It's like, it's weird to have this your whole chance of joining the military can be thrown away by a single line from a single dude. Well, how serious were you about it then at all? You know what I mean? Probably not much.
Of course. And he could even went to a whole different office. Come on now.
I think he probably, this is a thing to tell Dave, Yeah, Dad, I tried to go to the Army today. Okay, son, you gonna join? Nah, he was an asshole. But he said it was office material. Okay, son. Anything else? And Doomerziggy says Dad was working. Dave didn't see him much, I guess. And some people have theorized that maybe his dad was working a fuck ton and he didn't see him too much. But
I believe he said his dad was doing night classes and like doing homework when he would take him to the arcade.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was literally trying to better himself, and that's why his dad did always get next job, moving up.
Using that Montgomery bill, the old GI Bill.
Notifox says, tangy, robust, flavorful. You get it? 1 million views. That is true, Subway. Sponsorship, we'll make the best sponsorship you can ever dream of. Be so fucking funny. We will become Subway Podcast easily. Manga says, report to frontline infantry at 800 ALT. That's fine. I'll be the cannon. You load me up in the cannon and just shoot me out. Come on, I'm fine with that.
A day I never considered being in the military, period. And let's face it, with all the shit that happened after that, 9/11, being deployed out in fucking Afghanistan and Iraq.
Yeah, Iraq.
And I probably would be dead.
No.
I'm just saying that. I'll be quite honest.
I probably would be dead. This is so fucking insanely dramatic. I know there's a chance you're going to die and you're in the military, but who says I'm probably going to be dead? You know what I mean? Like, this is just drama farming.
After he said that they said, oh, you'd be an officer, you'd never be in the front lines.
Yeah, I'd probably be dead, honestly, guys. So please praise me as if I did go. Thank you.
Yeah,
probably be dead.
Because I might have died.
Yeah, I might have died. You guys know that?
And I'm happy that I didn't make that decision with my life. And by no means am I saying that the military is a bad thing. By no means am I saying that people who are loyal to their country or that they're brave and they do that shit in the military, that it's the wrong.
Thank you for your hypothetical sacrifice, sir. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Almost could have.
Thank you for your telling a great story about an asshole recruiter who wasn't even an asshole.
There absolutely needs to be people who are going to stand up and defend our country and our freedoms and our rights. And I actually strongly respect someone who sacrifices their life and their freedom and their well-being to be in the military to let a place like the United States of America exist. But let's face it, the past 15 years, our military was massively misused for shit that I don't agree with. And I'm very happy that I made the decision that I did, because I don't even know if I would be here if I had joined the military at that time.
Thanks, Drama Phil.
Real talk.
It's just, you can't really say that, though. Like, I wanted to join, and I love you all for doing that, but I'm so glad I didn't, because then I might have died for the things that I just said that I love and respect you all for.
It's like, all right, cool. Very cool. We definitely could tell he really has a love of supporting the country and defending our country. His words mean a lot, definitely. He almost could have died. You never know. I don't know if this is even interesting, but he did talk about the military here. I just found this. It might be dumb. I don't know.
To make matters even worse, the CEO of Microsoft's Interactive Entertainment Division,
this is 720, the maximum.
Matrick, literally at E3 last week, in the middle of last week, with an interview, I believe for Spike TV or whoever it was, said, "Oh, I was written to by the military, someone in the military. He said he was on a nuclear sub and he wouldn't be able to use the Xbox One." Well,
look at that. Look at that.
What is his hair?
What's the shape going on here? This is some interesting shape. A lot of shapes.
His head's flat in a different way.
Okay,
what the fuck? He's got like a wedge back there.
Yeah, so let's break out our ruler here. A lot of people are asking for this. I think this might be perfectly flat, if you can believe it. We're going to find out, though. Here we go. We're going to find out together. Here we go. Here we go. I got it. It's worth it. It's worth it. I promise. Here we go. All right, so I got the ruler. This is perfectly flat, as you know. Let's turn this puppy around. Turn this puppy around. See if we can...
A little more accurate than a Best Buy receipt.
Uh-huh. Now that
Look
is...
at that.
I mean, it's not perfect, but it's damn close. Look at that. And then what's going on here? What's this little thing?
That's what I was going to say. It's like a point. It's like a wedge.
Then we got nipple down here. We're going nuts. What's going on here? All right, let's go.
Well,
Like
I don't even know what that
sack
means.
of fucking water, man.
This is a video about huge news. Xbox One backtrack reactions. No online check. No DRM.
You looking at his notes?
I don't even know what a nuclear sub is. To which everyone's like, how the fuck don't you know what a nuclear sub is? How about, do you know what the Army is? The Navy?
Do you know?
The Marines? The people that defend you and allow you to become the rich asshole that you are, living up in your fucking ivory tower and not being in line to become the rich asshole that you are, living up in your fucking ivory tower and not being in line with the common person. Basically, he made himself look like a complete elitist douchebag, and that's how everyone was looking at the Xbox One for the past week and a half. It's a console for elitists, for people who want to spend
Xbox One famously only for elitists. Yes, you've heard that. Who hasn't said that?
$100 extra, who want to connect that they may not even use, who want to have a console that's always online and basically say, I got the best console because it's more expensive, ha ha ha. And that's really how people have been spinning the Xbox One in the past week, okay? So all this going on.
Who cares? He's done with the military talk anyway. One more mention of the military. I thought we have to play with Merchant here.
Sure. Thank you.
Recent style. Here we go.
It's about 2 weeks
I
ago.
have no idea. If I had to serve in a military branch, which one would I pick? I don't know.
What's your? I mean, I think the answer is probably just the Army, because that's like the level 1 choice in his mind. He might just choose the basic one. He doesn't want to specify, But
I mean,
let's see what
if he was doing any kind of research, at the time, he probably would have said Air Force. They probably would have had a better financial deal.
Okay.
Less
everyone
combat
has something that's extra, like specialized, but also pretty difficult. I could swim, but I'm not a good swimmer. So should I be in the Navy? Right? I'll say this: I probably wouldn't be in the Air Force.
I can kind of swim. Should I be in the Navy? Yeah, definitely.
You get seasick? I could imagine him instantly bitching about being on a boat. Like, I'm sick.
Oh God, yeah.
I can't focus.
Imagine saying, I can kind of swim. I should be in the Navy then. Oh, yep. Simple as that. You're in.
Then you're the Coast Guard, bro.
Yeah.
I have an abnormal fear of heights. Just irrational fear of heights. It doesn't make sense. I just have a fear of heights, so I probably couldn't do that.
I mean, it makes sense.
I want to know how often he gets high up enough to trigger that.
I know. Never. When's the last time he's been high enough to trigger that? On what? Like,
Step
I don't
ladder? He has a step stool.
Like, what could he be? Yeah, what heights are we speaking of here?
Coast Guard.
Feels good.
You can be in the Air Force and not be in the air. I mean, that's true, but what's the point?
Was that an edit?
You can be in the Air Force and not.
Wow. That's an edit, guys.
Are you on his channel?
I'm on his channel right now. What's this? That's an edit.
Yeah, I saw the clip.
Maybe he did a shout out or something? Watch.
Coast Guard.
See? That was an edit
can
from
be in
him.
the Air Force.
That's another one.
Whoa.
He's editing now.
Coast Guard. You can be in the Air Force and not be in the air. I mean, that's true, but what's the point?
Is he cutting dead air?
What's the point of being in the Air Force? Okay.
Why join the Air Force if the goal is not to be in the air? Isn't that what you want to do? Like,
well, what if you want to be a mechanic for all that craft?
Every single person gets an airplane. That's the only thing they do. Yep.
Nah, the recruitment story is stupid because
aircraft carriers. Hello.
Here's the thing. I've told a story of how when I was in high school, I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. And I went to a recruitment
we're going to hear the retelling now.
office, and there was a very cocky recruiter. And he was so cocky that it actually turned me off from considering
turned me off.
Enlisting. I was seriously considering.
Listen, Nathan Cooley, those are cuts. Cuts were done out of this. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not saying he didn't. This is 2 weeks ago, so Darziak's already gone. So I think these might be his editing, his edits. This is after his new, he's making the thumbnails himself and shit now, so maybe it's part of that arc, but I don't think he does it anymore.
Considering it at one point, and then the guy was such a dick that I was just like, I don't want to do it, here. And I didn't. But I don't want to sit here and tell that story on Memorial Day and be like, oh, that's representative of all who serve. It's not at all. But it just goes to show if you have the wrong person in a position like that it could actually change a lot and hinder a lot. And I wonder how many people that guy turned off.
Yeah. That guy. Yeah, no, it's representative of how stupid and unwilling you were.
How many people did that guy turn away that day because of how much of an asshole he is? That's what he's trying to say.
About to do it again. He's about to do it again. I could have been dead.
He can't be pausing the recordings, guys, because his hands are not in the place to pause the recordings. You'd see him you'd literally see his hand go over there and click it. You know how he goes.
Actually, change a lot and hinder a lot. And I wonder how many people that guy turned off from recruiting just because he was a cocky dick.
Definitely, so many.
We already talked about MREs. I'm not really interested.
There's a cut right there.
In them.
That was another cut.
Did he cut?
Oh, yeah. Queen of Hearts says, I saw the final Mission Impossible movie. It's a good send-off of the series, but it does kind of leave it open-ended. Huh. I mean, think of it this way. If it weren't for that cocky recruiter...
Just watch the Devoom. It'll tell you all the cuts.
It does kind of leave it open-ended. Huh. I mean, think of it this way. If it weren't for that cocky recruiter, I might have enlisted. I might have engaged in an entire lifetime of military service, in which case I never would have been in competitive Street Fighter. I never would have ever stepped foot on...
You can't have hobbies when you're in the military, obviously.
I probably never would have watched the Angry Video...
Street Fighter 2 community would have suffered greatly.
Cut out all your hobbies. If you're in the military, no hobbies, bitches.
Game Nerd, the Nostalgia Critic. I never would have thought to do a YouTube video. I never would have been engaged in any of this stuff. I would have just been a military guy for my whole life. You know? What a different life that would have been. What an idiot.
Wow, the cutting. That's amazing. So you can no longer go to him for the full context anymore.
I know. That's like it's weird, honestly. Raw Phil has all the context then. Raw Phil's the only source now.
My whole life.
I really don't think he's doing cuts, though, these days. This is 2 weeks ago.
This is only 2 weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know, it's weird.
You know, what a different life that would have been. What an idiot.
Cut?
Someone in chat just says, oh, you wouldn't have...
So many cuts now. It's like odd so many cuts. I think this is like Philip trying to see how hard it is to edit and then just overdoing everything. Look how many cuts there are.
You know, what a different life.
He's not using AI to cut out silence, guys. He hates AI. Unless it's a single button push on the editing software, he's not doing it.
That would have been. What an idiot. Someone in chat just says, oh, you wouldn't have been good for the military because you struggle with confrontation. Yes, because the entire time that I was a competitive Street Fighter player, and at every single moment I was in a confrontation with opponents, and I was beating them and winning tournaments, and I was performing on a stage in front of thousands of people, and I'm here every single day with a public face. Oh, yeah, I'm really bad at confrontation. You fucking mouth drooler. You stupid...
Yeah, same thing, dude. Front lines and OBS, same thing.
Done.
See, he was almost getting unleashed, like the clip from years and years ago. What a stupid thing to say, that doing this is like serving. What?
He's getting heated up.
Listen to more.
Yeah, and then he stutters as he reads the confrontational fucking line from the person in chat, from the disembodied words on a screen. He's already pissing himself. Like, you're a joke, my guy.
Yeah, I'm really bad with it. I just can't handle the pressure. You're right. I just crack. Constantly crack.
Yeah.
You got it.
The stage of YouTube is my battlefield.
Oh, really? Battleduck says, my parents always put enlistment forth as a punishment, saying if you don't go to school, you have to go to the army. Now, looking back at it, I'm thinking maybe it was a missed opportunity. Well, and
he thought...
You got to understand, that's a huge sacrifice, right? You're giving up your personal freedoms, and you're risking it all. You have no idea what's going to happen in the world when you enlist, and at any moment, you could end up being deployed into a freaking war zone. And, that's what you're signing up for.
Yeah.
That's insane levels of commitment,
why you didn't.
courage, strength,
and you still can't
fortitude,
say it.
Things a lot of people don't have. Wishy-washy,
Why is he doing the little Italian hand here?
Levels of commitment, courage, strength, and fortitude. Things a lot of people don't have. Wishy-washy,
people don't have.
He has it, so don't question him. He definitely has it.
Other people don't have
fortitude. Things a lot of people don't have.
But that guy was too cocky.
Yeah.
Washy, Jello people who can't even fucking take someone spelling their name wrong on their
Jello people.
coffee cup at Starbucks. Or, God forbid, someone say something to you on the internet and you get all, I got internet bullied.
Like you.
Philip, really you gonna say this? Whose entire life is decided by what trolls say?
Right? Unbelievable how some people.
Wow.
Baby back bitch would be demolished the instant a drill sergeant led into him. Instantly. He'd be crying.
He said Jello people.
Yes.
So you have to understand that the people who enlist have a level of strength that is very different from the common person.
Yes, similar. That's the same lack of whatever you think they have. You didn't have either because he was too scared to join. So.
Oh no, we're talking about the common person. That's not him.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we got Ian S in the chat now. Even if this game is a bad game, it can still be an entertaining gameplay stream. Ian S is down with all the verbiage that Philip uses. See that? This can still be an entertaining gameplay stream, guys.
What game is he playing?
He's playing Mind's Eye. And people were talking about it in chat. He said, because people are bitching, like saying the game sucks, he should play other shit as usual.
Yeah.
And then he said,
I'm hearing the performance is bad.
Even if this game is bad, it could be an entertaining gameplay stream. Yes, this is going to be chill and meaningful gameplay stream, guys.
The problem, Ian, is you got to convince Phil of that. Not the rest of us.
Okay. So what would you guys like to talk about today? Tag me in the chat. And again, it sure would be great to get some support. We have no support whatsoever for the podcast right now.
Please.
0. So anything would be appreciated right now.
Oh, big ups to use Fleshlight. I'll screenshot this, but I just want to see like what he cut out. Is it literally just dead air? Because then it might be the AI tool, as some people are suggesting. But if it's like other stuff, that could be interesting. But I really don't think he does that now.
Let's get some momentum.
Because we watched this on our stream starting off. It was actually like the first clip because it was 2 weeks ago, and we watched DDM.
As a little trial here, let's go to Level 1 podcast from 8 days ago. Let's just to check it real quick. It's probably going to be boring as shit, but let me just see if he's editing this too. Halfway.
Kojima, we got to watch more,
Kojima.
Right? So it's a difference between
you were watching
that footage on my channel, or you were actually watching someone who had the audacity to make fun of Darkside Phil. Now, keep in mind, over 10 years ago was a lot of different times.
He's going on a long
this is
speech.
around 2012, 2013.
Let me go to like
Q&A or something.
Q&A time.
If there's anything
time.
about me on social media, it's toxic and negative. So
we should play a game. Is he talking about trolls when I drop the time thing? When I drop the cursor, is it trolls? It is like 90% of the time. Here we go. Will it be trolls? Go. Oh, go.
$141. Oh, so by the way, I should mention we're in a new week and a new month.
Begging.
$8 of support on today's show.
Okay, NDO dropped 100.
The things they just say about me on the internet don't
trolls. So that seems like a
no.
No cuts yet. By the way, they were definitely more faster than the other.
Just don't know at all.
Yeah. Bite. Yeah, he's not editing it anymore though. Whatever he was doing, he's not doing it anymore.
I don't know. Because here's the craziest part. I don't know what the misconceptions about me are anymore because I don't pay attention.
Right.
I pay absolutely no attention to any of them. They're so insane that I just don't care.
Shut up.
So I couldn't answer that question. I really have no clue.
I have no clue.
He's out here every day.
Some of the longest running misconceptions.
On my wardrobe, my shirts. They say I bite my nails.
I don't even know what they talk about anymore, guys. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
They're so wild
all the
now.
Fucking memes. This dude self-reports all the time.
The slideshow has started. That's the end of the military thing. We could see some. Let's see when he started driving yesterday. How'd that go?
By playing games, they'll teach.
Do you want a poop story?
To do it, and I have.
Oh yeah, please go ahead. I love those.
So in that picture batch I sent you, there's kind of a random like concrete drain thing.
Okay, I'll send that. Hold on one second.
So this isn't the exact drain, but let me try and make it short. Had to do an 11-mile run for a special event to honor somebody, right?
Okay.
So
you're talking about this, right? This grading here?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So it's not a free run or not a formation run. It was free run. You could run how you at your own pace, whatever.
Yeah.
And you just got to be at this finish point by time, whatever.
Fair enough.
As I'm running with a buddy, and we're going through, and I'm going through the hot flashes. I'm like, bro, I got to shit. I have to shit, and we're just out running. in the streets, in the middle of the base, whatever. I'm like, whew. So I'm going through the different phases of sucking it up in the deep butt and fucking trying to keep it going and just get back to where I can go shit.
Mm-hmm.
At some point, I realized I'm not going to make it. So my buddy can run much faster than me. So I'm like, go ahead, man. You just go. I don't want you to be late or none of that. Just go. I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah, you say, go on. Forget about me. Just go on for your own safety.
Go on without me.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want you to see this. I do not want you to see this. Okay. You made the... my
plan here is there's like a convenience store nearby, right? We call them post exchanges, shopettes. There's a little shopette nearby. I'm like, I think I can cut from here through this and that street and make it there and be fine. So as I'm cutting through the streets now, I'm like, you know what? I might need a plan B. So in Korea, we have these big concrete drains, right? Where the water runs off, flows into the subways there. Subsystem, sewer system. And I go, all right, if I absolutely have to, I think I could squat over them and just shit, whatever. And my brain was like, oh, that's plan A. So I immediately cut across the street. And this is now, we had to start super early in the morning, like 5, 6 in the morning to make sure we could run 11 miles and be done by 9 a.m., blah, blah, blah. So now the regular people are starting to do their regular PT around base.
Oh my God, in the same path?
More or less. But thankfully, I'm on this street where it's like I'm in the middle now, and they're running down one side and they're going down the other side.
Yeah.
And I just said, and it was just like about sunrise. So I couldn't do it, dude. I dropped. I fucking all in that fucking drain. Now the plan too is, we start off cold, so you wear like some windbreaker pants and shit over your regular PT clothes.
Did you get everything off? Because that can be an issue in speed situations like that.
Well, that's the thing. I'm already committed. Like I'm throwing these underwear away as soon as I get, these under.
So that means there was already material was already falling at this point. Like that's how much of an emergency you were in. Okay.
I dropped and let it all go. Yeah, nothing in the pants. But I got it all on the drain. Say. Yes. I got it on the drain.
On the drain, to be fair. Can you give it real quick so we know? Can we get an idea? What city was this in Korea? I could bring up like Google Maps.
It's called Camp Humphreys. Yeah.
Oh, so Camp Humphreys. Yep. I just want to get an idea. South Korea.
Yeah, you
Camp
can
Humphreys,
pull a
South
map.
Korea. I just want to give people a better picture of this.
I don't remember the street, but if I saw it, I probably could remember. It was like a numbered street, 108 or some shit. I don't know.
So SLQ building 601. I'm just gonna click anywhere just so we get an idea. It's fine.
Or if you can find like an overall map.
Here we go. I'm watching the slide. It's just slideshow right now. We're not missing anything.
So I made it. I made it to that PX, and what's crazy is I go
get out here.
Bathroom. I wipe. There's like nothing.
Any idea?
Rare instance of a clean break. You know what I mean? Let's see. Can you zoom out a bit? There's like an airstrip in the middle that separates the base. This would be.
We gotta find this place. We're like that one dude. Who's that guy that finds all the things?
Can you search Camp Humphreys PX Shopette?
PX Actually, hours? It says PX. Okay, PX. PS Express, MP Hill, PS Express.
Ooh, on MP Hill. No, I don't. It's not MP
Camp
Hill.
Humphreys Post Exchange.
It's a little north of that.
Oh my God, we got to find this. This is the you've heard of GeoGuessr. This is Diarrhea Guesser. Where did Mr. Merchant drop it?
Little north.
Where did he drop his package?
Are there numbers? So if you zoom in, are these streets numbered?
They are kind of north. Yeah.
So basically, let's just say I was running through one of these streets alongside these motor pools on the way to that PX.
Oh, as you might have guessed, there's no fucking. I can't click anything, but there's no. The fucking Google car didn't go through this area yet, unfortunately,
it's
guys.
not allowed. Plus, Korea really doesn't like Google.
Yeah, so we can't really check it out. We can go over here. Let's see.
They prefer Waze and Naver.
Can't even do that. Damn. What can you look at here?
Oh,
that's where he was. There you go. That's where he was right there. That PX Express.
Pooping.
What a life. And then, so did you turn around or you just keep on going? I mean, what's the point of looking at
like I said, So I made it to that shop and I did a wipe check and it was clean. I was like, what? There's nothing on me. That's crazy.
That
I
can
still
happen.
threw the short way.
That can happen with the pressure buildup. It just fires out. You build up that pressure, and then whoop, it's gone. Did you ever go bowling at downtown lanes? It seems fun and interactive.
Yes.
You did?
That place is okay.
Pretty cool. This looks pretty cool.
We did once for an event. So that's a whole little downtown area that they had really started filling out as I was leaving, unfortunately. Like, they had just gotten a Texas Roadhouse in there.
Oh, nice. What are these? These look like normal style houses. What's this for, like the army people? What's going on here?
That kind of depends on where you're at.
Oh, I mean, I don't.
I
who
think
knows?
those are probably all admin buildings or maybe school.
Let's check out if we can see down here.
A lot of the on-post housing here is all huge apartment blocks
Neighbor
and
map
shit.
for Korean Street View. Okay, I'm down.
True. If you want Waze or Neighbor.
He's gonna start in a second though, so this fun's gonna be over real quick. I could do this all day.
But they won't do the
though.
base. Yeah.
Camp Humphreys, right? Humphreys.
Yes, it's true. I'm married. I've never been to a place named Hooker Hill.
Nope, unless he's married. Get out of here.
Somewhere we did sprints. Unless it's somewhere you sprint to death. There's plenty of those. And so I had an apartment right outside the post. I got lucky arriving before they had a bunch of new of the housing built.
Okay.
If you search Riverside Apartments, that might come up.
I'd have to do South Korea though, or it won't come up because there's a lot of those. South Korea, Riverside Apartments. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Ooh, okay. You had Starlight Coffee right next to you? All right,
hell yeah, cool. Brother.
That's pretty cool. Did you ever go to this Korean restaurant, Naru? That's pretty cool. Come on, we need Street View for this shit. Fucking cucking me.
Depends.
Anyways, I don't have
a lot of them switch out along that block.
But pretty cool anyway. Big ups. Thanks for sharing. Big ups to Matt Ice says, bruh, Unk is playing Mind's Eye. Did he not do any research? I've seen gameplay of it, and it's literally all dialogue with a small firefight in 2... Is it really? How are the reviews going? Because that's the only thing that matters. Is the internet liking it at large? That's the question.
This is that studio that was started by a guy from Rockstar from the GTA games. And he's trying to make a but he's trying to more or less make a platform that other games could be made in or something. He's trying to basically do like a Fortnite Roblox thing.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see.
As far as I understand it.
Let's go to where... So, and yeah, you said you wanted didn't get to choose you have some choices of the country you went to back then.
Yeah, so it's part of that reception week, right? They'll give you the sense of name 3 overseas and 3 stateside places you would love to be. And of course, I was like Japan, Korea, Asia. I didn't know what else to put, Philippines or something.
This was my old stomping grounds here in Kuderme where I first started in Japan.
Hell yeah.
But many years ago now.
Been a couple places in Japan. Osaka, Tokyo, Kawagoe.
There you go.
Nika.
This is one of the train stations I had to take. This was one where they had no worker. It's just a trust system. So they have this. There'd be no worker there at all. Sometimes in the most busy times there'd be a worker, but usually not. You just go on in right there. Small as can be.
Still keep your subway cards?
I have a few of them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a nostalgic fool.
Where did you take your emergency dumps? I never had an emergency dump, guys. I don't know why. I have a vice grip on that thing. Emergency pees. I mean, you've already seen many places I've peed. I'll just put it that way. In this little time I've been showing you.
Hey, men have that luxury.
Yes, please. Big Dog in that. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead. Read the. Yeah.
Big Dog says, morning PT was rough some days, but you knew you was in shape after drinking and partying all night. Can you confirm? Yeah. Are you a big partier at this time? I mean, how much partying can you get into? They got booze for you?
Oh, my God. When I first arrived in Korea, so you usually get another processing style thing where, you come in, you got to go through training and you got to fucking get all your stuff, and then they sort out where you're going to go, blah, blah, blah. That got cut short by a week because the whole post went under GO1. That's called your General Order 1 lockdown. So nobody could leave the post. You have to stay on post. You have to be in uniform at all times, except when you're in your room. We weren't allowed to buy nothing. So on top of all this, Fort Leonard would botch my paperwork to bring Miss Merchant here. with me. So I had to go solo and then try and figure that shit out afterwards. So as this is going on, that definitely is not getting handled. Super low priority. And then so they have this thing called EDRES. It's an emergency recall drill, blah, blah, blah. Bria loves doing them. So it starts off with the call, middle of the friggin' night. And then like, here I am, like being funneled with strangers. Like you just got to get in the back of this truck and go, okay. And then you show up. And then you're trying to tell people like, hey, we haven't even been assigned a platoon or nothing. Me and the couple other fresh faces that showed up, and they're just like, get in line and draw a weapon.
Jesus.
Okay. So we stand in line. I shit you not, probably almost 2 hours to draw a weapon from the armory just to get up there for the armor to be like, who the fuck are you? I don't have weapons for you. And then finally we get somebody with some sense to go take us and get us sorted out and squared away. So, through that time, then I'm just like drinking in my fucking room, depressed. I'm like, oh my God, this is what it's going to be like here. We also had curfew. My whole first year we were there. There was one point I called Miss Merch. I was like, I don't think there's any point in bringing you here. This ain't going to be the adventure we want it to be. I'm locked the fuck down, man.
You can't go anywhere, yeah.
I thought it was going to be like that the whole time.
Mr. Extravagance asking, did Jody get your girl while you were away?
Hell
Question.
no.
Oh.
And if he did, well, I don't know.
Oh. Matt I says, Mind's Eye didn't send out review copies. Not a good sign usually that a game is actually good. Well, you know how to find out what Philip thinks. Let's check out the best Twitter account.
He probably loves it.
Let's see what Wario64 said today. He has a lot of deals. Lost Odyssey 624. Hell yeah. Tecmo sales on Humble. Nah, he's just doing sales and stuff. Oh, we got to get the slip-resistant case. Father's Day sale on Fangamer. There you go.
Whenever I see hashtag ad, I just block.
Yeah. These are a lot. Wario 64 does mostly ads, honestly. It's not much news, but he also has the biggest news thing. So, Incredibles 3 is coming out? Hey, now, I didn't know that. You an Incredibles fan? I like the first two. Not bad. Oh, come on. How about, what else is Mr. Wario 64 saying? Metal Gear Rising. See, this is all ads, Wario 64. It's not helping us. It's not helping us, man. Come on.
We need to know what Phil's plagiarizing.
Thoughts? Here we go. Phil Rogers appointed as new CEO of Embracer effective large. No, that's too deep for Philip to care about. No, you failed us today, Wario 64. You failed us. Failure. Betrayed me. But anyways, we'll see. Is anything going on in chat? Let's see. Doesn't look like it. They're talking about hate watching. Here we go. Listen, get ready, guys. This is the minds of a Philip fan. Here we go. Trolls don't understand the economic concept of opportunity cost. They think contributing pocket change to Phil is a terrible thing, but spend hours a day in Phil's chat or related chats. The definition of stupidity. Then ENS responds and says, yep, the whole hate-watching thing is very odd. And then the conversation gets deeper from here. Also, how much does Kick pay per hour? I'm thinking of joining their partner program to make ends meet. Yes, exactly. How much you hate something when you are literally spending hours a day engaging with said content and related content. You know, it's second monitor thing for 99% of people out there. It's just something to put in the background, but you know.
Absolutely. And it's like I can't even do it without the restreamers. And it's like I'm not even really listening to Phil. My third year or whatever is listening for the restreamers' reaction to things.
Yes.
And that's kind of how I tend to make my notes.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not like it's some product that people are trying to get at. The thing that people like is people talking over it and making it funny in different ways or getting their take on it, right?
Or pointing out, hey, he's making a dumb face. Now look at the screen.
That's the whole draw of this whole thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, you need the person to say, this part's funny, watch, kind of. You need, like, you know, we could set up something like automatic where, like, it's second monitor, it's getting funny, start watching, you know what I mean? That's what you need. That's the job. But anyways.
Attracting to play games too.
Ooh, Steam reviews are very negative for Mind's Eye.
I imagine.
If that's the case, he's going to start hating it as soon as he does something that they didn't directly explain, right? So, for example, they didn't tell me how to equip this. This game fucking sucks. That's exactly how it's going to go. So,
from what I could tell, it's a lot of performance and balance. I don't know. I just watched Luke Stevens randomly when I was like doing dishes the other day. talk about
There
it
you go.
because he went to the event.
Yeah, it doesn't look like
And
the reviews are so hot right now. But
Luke Stevens, he's about as vanilla as you can get, So I figured, well, if if he's got something bad to say, probably not good.
The reviews, I'm trying to find not Mind's Eye. There's already a Mind's Eye.
And I believe Luke Stevens has done DSP in the Wilds.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I think you've had him on
We
before.
have so many now. It's so fucking insane. I'll play one for you here. Let's just do a random one. Where is it? There's so many that it's hard to keep up. Here we go. Ready? Get out of here. Here. This one. Here we go. Ready? Enjoy.
I miss Japan.
Journalists don't actually know how to play video games at all. They just get given a controller and probably make it up as they go along.
Oh! What's going on? What the hell just happened? Are you kidding me?
Got him.
He walked backward.
So I wondered, how far back does...
He walked?
He walked backwards. Huh?
He walked.
One more?
What?
Hey, stop shooting me and take this.
And then take a blade of Michaela's bollocks.
30% heal on flask. I need fucking $200, man. Someone donate. Come on, guys. We almost at the donation goal now. Guys, come on, just...
I'm almost gonna...
It's $10.
I'm gonna take the gunner glasses off if you don't donate $50 more by the end of the night. Dude.
That was great.
That was a good one, right? Tag teaming it. They both knew the memes too. Yeah, I'm gonna take the gunner glasses off.
I love Brits doing English or American English accents. I love it.
Yeah, that was Mithy Moo. Yes, the stupid Mithy Moo. Everyone's doing. I get sent so many now. It's amazing. Oh, I know. Big ups to the person that sent a message. Let's listen to a few messages, and of course, Mr. Mercer, you can help me answer the question. So hold on. Let's do this. I'm watching the slideshow. Do not worry. It's not starting yet. We got a message from Petchy. What does Petchy want to say? Let's go.
Joe Petchy.
Petchy, you got to turn the microphone on. Here we go.
Hello, it's Petchy here. I just wanted to say I've had a massive problem ever since the Kino arc started, and now even more so it's ended. It's the fact that Phil now employs the two words I hate now the most whenever he does a begging segment.
What is it?
It's called right now. Here's a party game. Every time he says right now during a begging segment, take a shot. You'll be dead most streams.
Right now. Okay, we'll listen for it this stream, Petchy. Big ups. Let's go to Young Beat next. Young Beat in the house.
I love it.
If you want to leave a message, the link is in chat there. Let's go, Young Beat.
I just wanted to leave a quick note here. It's so ridiculous how his stream intro starts with him dressed in a queen outfit, raising his fucking egg-shaped head. With a little promo saying like "Return to the King" or whatever the fuck it says.
Yeah.
And then immediately going into like how badly the stream was supported the previous day. Like the contrast is seriously fucking dented. I don't know how he continues with the King gimmick, but here we are. Also want to say big ups. Thanks for streaming this shit. Yeah.
Big ups, Young Beat. I'll make sure we see that again today. I'll definitely make sure we see the King is back. All right, guys. Support yesterday was horrible. Just letting you know, I'm honest. I'm open and honest.
I need to know what's going on.
But the King is back. Trust me, the King is still back. But yes, I do need to talk about it. Today is going to be a victory lap, by the way, style stream, guys. It's going to be, see, I can play whatever game I want because my real fans come out and they support me for me and positivity. That's what it's going to be today.
You got wailed on last night?
Yeah, well, just one person. So
of course,
it was, I believe, NDO and one other person. NDO gave him one goal himself, so how it goes. So it's going to be like everyone loves me. The entire internet loves me again, that kind of stuff, All right, we have one more 18-second message from Sergeant Slaughter, who is a great, great wrestler, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, so let me hear this real quick. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Sorry, it's muted. My bad. My bad. It was muted. I'm playing it again. Here we go. Sorry.
It's like military law. Just thought I'd call in and correct you before the show went on too long.
Oh, what happened? Well, say it again, Sergeant Slaughter. Sorry, I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead, Sergeant Slaughter.
Hey,
go ahead, please.
You're doing.
See, that's it. That's not me.
Whenever
it's him.
merchant's speaking, technically you need to be saluting him.
Oh, is that true?
Like no. It's like military law.
Oh my
Just
God!
I'd call in and correct you before the show went on too long.
Thank you, Sergeant Slaughter. I always respect Sergeant Slaughter. What a king! I will definitely do that. Is that true, Mr. Merchant? Is that the typical?
I mean, I'm not an officer, number one, but number two, I don't think a civilian needs to salute a military.
I'm a civilian
member when they're speaking to them.
I'm a civilian. Okay, please. I'm a
Actually,
civilian.
you need to take
here.
your hat off.
No. I've done that once. I've already done it once. I kind of want to take another. I kind of want to risk another question of the test. I kind of do.
Oh yeah,
let's do it.
If you want to cue it up, I had a wild basic training story called Hurricane Williams.
Ooh, what's that?
All right, so this friggin' kid got the bright idea, living on the top bunk, to hang his clothes on the fire sprinkler. So it immediately broke, of course,
and
rained down, as well as the floor fire suppression system. And
what's the punishment for
everything.
this? What's the punishment for something like just doing something stupid? Like what is it?
Well, there's a problem with that. You know, if it's the fire department involved, you're gonna get fines and shit. So then we all collectively came up with a story and covered for the asshole and said he sat up in his top bunk and hit his head on it. And I think we had somebody punch him to make his head swell up a little.
Oh, well,
so
sometimes
maybe
you gotta have
could say that
martial
was
law.
fun. Bro, he was crying though. He felt so bad. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do? It's that's so stupid. But
what are you gonna do? Kill him? All right.
You punish all of us, and that's what happened.
All right, here we go, my
as
friends.
Well as
go ahead.
The results of your entire barracks being flooded is itself a punishment.
That's a very good point as well. But, guys...
Fun over. Time for the pre-stream.
That is it. Big ups, Mr. Merchant, for joining us. We'll definitely get you back on the show again. You are a legend forever, sir. Thanks for joining today.
Love you all, and hopefully you can get someone with much better stories and experiences than me.
No. What a king. Please go follow his channel. He's a legend. Big ups, Mr. Merchant. You are a king, sir, and should be respected forever. All right? You're a king.
Thank you.
Big ups. All right, Mr. Merchant is out. What a king. Good stories hearing from Mr. Merchant.
That they didn't give
now
out
it is time for... Uh-oh. What? Well, it looks like we might have a good start. Mr.
What's
Merchant.
going on?
What a king.
Almost afternoon. If you're wondering why my eyes look like this, once again, I just put eye drops in.
Hungover again, sir?
The air conditioning has been blasting here all morning, and the air is very dry. So I was just about to start the stream, and my eyes were burning really bad. I said, I'll go put eye drops in, and now my eyes have, reacted. And they look like they're full of tears. I need for them to dry out. How are you all this morning? I hope you're doing well. And you're ready to try out a brand new game, which everyone is wondering if it's any good or not. Because there's apparently no reviews, which I didn't know, that they didn't give out any review copies of this game. So it'll certainly be interesting to test it out and see if it's any good.
Big ups, Nibbity. Always saluting.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. How y'all doing? Good morning. Actually, this probably the podcast intro.
Yeah, this is a no podcast situation, guys.
We'll go to this for now. We're just gonna chill for about 20 minutes or so. We'll start around noonish.
Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. I'll do the poll. He said they're gonna start noonish. So what time will he start? Let's do before noon. Let's do, what time will he start before noon? 12 to 12:10. That's all his time, by the way. 12:11, 12:20, or 12:20 or later. Okay, poll is now started. Go. Let's go.
And we're going to do about 4 hours of mind's eye gameplay here and see if it's any good and go from there.
Now, just for the full context, he said start around noon, so keep that in mind. Pasta Maker says, Theo Theory, chewing kids to Japan is a Father's Day present. There's good and bad points to Pasta Maker, that's for fucking sure. But really, they get the most fun. BR Joe says, they should ask how to use a Japanese squatting toilet on the military test to weed out the mouth droolers like me. Come on. You can figure those puppies out. We should ask Mr. Merchant if you ever used a kind of a hole-style toilet, though, because they have those in Korea as well, but a little different, I think. Not the same style hole.
How's everyone today?
Drop trow in.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this game's going to be. No one seems to know. I guess it just released and there's not a ton of people playing it. Mostly because I guess there was all this online controversy around the game. I don't know. I didn't really follow it. I just heard that, number one, it's a game that claimed like they were trying to be like GTA. Okay. That's a far cry. You know, like what games really try to be GTA?
Far Cry?
These days. You know, even franchises that have tried that over the years, like Saints Row, they don't even exist anymore, right? I mean, even GTA hasn't had a GTA in over a decade. So to say, oh, we're going to try to do that and emulate that formula, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a big challenge. I don't know if they're going to live up to it. I quite frankly don't think they're going to.
Whoa, hot take.
I guess we'll see. But also the fact that I guess there's a whole lot of controversy around this studio, that the person who's in charge of the studio used to work at Rockstar, and I guess a lot of people at the studio were pissed off and left or something, which is crazy to think. Like,
great story.
They got this big game coming out. Is their like first big game, and people are quitting? Like, that's not a good sign. So what happened?
Big ups Wall Yap says, just read about the rice crisis going on in Japan. Yeah, that Chu said it's not affecting where they live right now so much. It's not a big deal yet, but yeah, it definitely is something. Japan is going through it right now. A lot of ways. In a lot of ways, economically, for sure. But yeah, the harvest season of some year was really... Last year was really bad. So now we're coming to that point where we're going to use the rice from that harvest, but it was really low. That's making the price go up, stuff like that, you know. It's not going well. Some places.
A passable yet forgettable game? Maybe. What is the light theme? It's Vice City. Vice City. Vice City.
That's Vice City?
In honor of GTA, even though this game is not GTA, but it's what it's trying to be.
Oh, okay.
Maybe the lights and the text will be the closest to GTA, and the game will not be. I don't know.
He is looking rough. What's going on? Look at this. Yeah, the weekend is really hurting him. That's why they already, I mean, they never could have supported enough rice for even just the whole country themselves. They always had to import it, but that's not going well either with the low yen, obviously. Look at this. He's not doing well, man. You all right?
And will not be. I don't know. We'll see.
Paco Macidi's asking for the Abuelita grandma picture. I got you. That's Chu's favorite. I showed Chu Street Panda's, animation with me, and she said it doesn't look like me at all. It needs to look more like this grandma. I'll show you in a second. Hold on.
No, I think people are saying that doesn't have a lot of players. Like, not a lot of people are playing this today. Which, I mean, since there were no review copies and there was controversy around it, that's not shocking. Okay. I'm just curious is it going to be one of those games that's actually not that bad and gets negative press or flack, or is it a game that actually will be a train wreck? I guess we're going to find out.
Big questions there, Unc. Can't wait to see what happens next.
What are you doing, Jasper? Being silly here. Going back and forth in front of me.
There we go. You got it, Paco Macidi. I got to fix that. That's for the bug list. God damn it. Why does that keep being big all of a sudden?
Did I have a lot to drink last night? Yes, I had a White Claw and I had an alcoholic lemonade. It was a ton. What's up, Game Boy? How you doing, man?
What's up, Game Boy?
Jasper, you cannot lay on my lap, silly. Am I excited for Death Stranding 2 on the beach? I mean, narrative-wise, yes. Death Stranding 1 had one of the best stories of any game I'd ever played, but it really didn't feel like a game. It felt more like a movie, and I didn't really like the gameplay. So I don't know. If they've changed up all the gameplay and it's not just boring deliveries, then I'll probably love it. If the gameplay is the same and it's just boring deliveries, then I'll probably like it, but not love it.
Oh yeah,
I really do need
to
spruce up on the plot. I need to refresh myself on what the plot. I really do need to.
Wow. Okay. Think about what he's trying to say and how he said it here. Listen to this.
Love it.
Listen to this.
I really do need to spruce up on the plot.
He needs to spruce up on the plot. He wants to say brush up, but he said spruce up.
I really do need to spruce up on the plot. I need to refresh myself on what the plot of Death Stranding is before I play the sequel.
Let's spruce up. All right, let me spruce up you guys on the history of Japan's economics. You ready? You guys need to spruce up.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to crawl all over me? I just told you no. I put you down on the floor.
Oh, look at this. What a king, Cerulean86. Cerulean86 came through with the tweet already. If you watched WPIG today and were wondering what DSP is editing out, it's dead air. And he did a comparison here. So, what a king. See?
Okay.
But I would assume this is done using some tool on YouTube, but also possibly via his own software. So there you go. Cerulean86 solves the problem, as usual. If I got a problem, I ask Cerulean86. Take care of it.
He's trying to crawl on me again. He won't stop.
I didn't even ask him for this one, by the way. He just did it himself. That's how much of a legend he is.
What is it?
Oh, I retweeted it on my fucking research account, didn't I? God damn it. I gotta take that back. Undo repost.
Adam Outlaw, no, not particularly right now. He says, am I going to play the Thing remastered? Really be a reason to do that right now, would there? Maybe eventually, maybe as like a Halloween horror game or something, but no, not right now.
I'm just trying not to get banned on that account. It's the only thing it's for. But sometimes it happens anyway.
Stop. He won't stop. Jasper, come on.
He won't stop. He's such a nut.
You're not going to crawl up on my lap now. I said I'm going to stream. What's up, Cracker Jacks? How are you? Holixification, no, I think I've literally played 1 or 2 Mario parties ever. And only as a YouTuber. I never played them ever before then, nor
didn't
do
have
I really
friends.
have interest in them now.
No friends, so you need friends for that game? Father Time says he's jello and gay and a bum. And let me tell you, someone sent me the clips to make that happen, so it definitely will happen. Random PPP will happen shortly.
Well, the good news is, after the whole big wheel set up yesterday, not only was it a success for American Truck Simulator, it worked really well with the game. I disassembled it because it really is a big thing and big to do because you have to have all these wires and everything going.
Big to do.
For now, it fits over on top of my ottoman and it doesn't block my TV. But ideally, what I want to do, as I told you guys, is in July, on Independence Day, we're going to call it Indivestment Day, or Indivestments. I forgot what we called it. It's going to be a marathon where we're going to be celebrating.
Who decided the name, sir?
Investments. I forgot what it's day. We're going to call it Indivestment Day, or Indivestments. I forgot what we called it. It's going to be a marathon where we're going to be celebrating the 4th of July. We're going to be retiring the vests and hats, and I'm going to clean out my closet all in one day. Okay? And I really need to clean out the closet because that's the thing I want to do is I want to be able to take all this stuff now and have it easily stored and accessible in the closet. It's not. My closet is completely packed with just junk and mess. And, 3 years ago we cleaned it out and it was perfect. But a lot has changed in the last 3 years. Now there's a lot of stuff in there that's outdated junk that I don't need anymore. Notably, there's a lot of stuff in there for my background that I'm not going to be using anymore. And all this new equipment and stuff that I bought, there's tons of boxes and stuff. It's just to get rid of. So I really do need to clean it out so that way I can put that wheel and all that in there and then be able to pop it in and out, when I need it.
Good show. Woo, man, fun show.
Speaking of which, we have to figure out
Big ups, Manolo.
if you guys are interested in another driving game, because last night we got tons of support. If you're not aware,
told ya.
Amazing. We hit over 2 goals last night, and what I said I would do
from 2 people, right? One person gave 150 himself.
What I said I would do is.
How do you get stun locked? Do you think the success of Truck Sim is partly due to your drinking and being more laid back fun? That's what stun locked him here. Ready?
Got tons of support. If you're not aware, amazing. We hit over 2 goals last night, and what I said I would do, is I'll play another driving game per what you guys wanted, but everyone had a different idea. Some people said, "Hey, play another sim." Others were like, "Hey, get this racing game, get this, get that, play Forza." Play a bus simulator, play iRacer, play F1 2025. There's all these different ideas. So we need to talk about this over the week. Obviously today, being that there's no podcast, we're just hanging out for a few minutes. We're not really going to get much discussion on this. But I would love to hear your ideas over the next week. And then maybe we'll play another game next week on the wheel. We'll see.
Get your votes in now. We are 8 minutes away now from the first choice. Be sure to vote if you haven't. Your life depends on it.
Euro Truck is a more refined version of American Truck Sim. That's interesting. I don't think the thing is with Euro Truck, don't you have to drive on the other side of the road? And wouldn't the rules, like the laws, be a little different, which I wouldn't understand?
It's yeah. You can just run over old people in that country. Yes, definitely, Philip. Different, but the same. Right?
The road. That's interesting. I don't think the thing is with Euro Truck, don't you have to drive on the other side of the road? And
Yeah.
the rules, like the laws, be a little different, which I wouldn't understand because I'm American.
It's not. It's not like they're doing something completely different.
Figure it out.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, same here.
Big Us Big Dog says this is hungover DSP. I'm getting the vibes, honestly. I don't always say that, but something's up.
Figure it out.
Maybe it's a celebratory. Wow, I finally hit the goals again. Just blow out pulls and booze.
Yeah, same here. Cracker Jack says, wish I could help. I'm not a driving game fan. I don't know anything about driving games. I am the most uneducated on this. You guys would totally have to tell me what you're up to with that.
No, Japan does too, guys, by the way. Japan drives on the other side of the road too, guys. I had to learn that. And I did. Don't ask me how many times it took me to get the driver's test license, though. Don't ask that. I will not answer.
Well, if we can believe it, our first contribution of the day is a $1.50 tip from Beaver Bother, who's hyper fixated on my shirt. So thanks, Beaver Bother. Tells us a lot.
What's the shirt?
Thanks for the first contribution. Can we get some support for an extended gameplay stream today? Whether this game is good or bad, I think we're still going to have a good time together with it. So I hope that you guys will stick around and hang out and enjoy my premiere stream of Mind's Eye. But please support it. Let's keep that momentum going. All right, let's keep it moving. We got 3 goals hit yesterday. We're now at 10 out of 20. Let's get to 11 right now. And our new goal, because today, FYI, after the Mind's Eye stream ends, it's DSP Tries It.
Oh, great.
The T-Pain Munchies meal, yes, I know, from Jack in the Box. So that is happening on this very stream after 4 hours of Mind's Eye.
Oh, cannot wait. I will not be there.
Our next goal at 20 goals hit is I'm going to try Mod Pizza, which I have never had before. I've seen them around here. Living in Washington for over a decade, I've driven around and seen these stores, restaurants. I believe they're supposed to be more like casual fast food dining pizza, but I've never had it. So it'll be interesting to try it for the very first time. I would love to do that when we hit the 20 goals, so let's get that going.
Let's get it going.
Let's do that by the end of the week.
Quick Mod Pizza take. Mod Pizza seems like too much for what you get, right? For me, I don't want some artisan pizza for $20 that you get a 6-inch little dinky thing. I'll just go to, someplace I like Lido's, and pay $20 for a much bigger piece. That might not be artisan, but it's still enough of substance. It's my personal take on Mod Pizza. That being said, I've never had it, so I can't talk about it. I can't actually talk if it's good or not. Faradox says, maybe he has a bird allergy? Oh, yes, George. George is getting his eyes puffy. God damn it, George.
Not going to do we'd have to hit so many goals by the end of the week. I don't think it's going to happen. But
I'll show you a picture of Mod.
If we could get some
You'll see what I'm saying
today.
I'm not
never
making
had
it up.
mod pizza. I'm curious to see what it's like.
Oh, who cares about the mod? No one cares. All right, mod pizza. It's right here. Oh, fuck off.
All right.
Here-
Can we get some support? We just got
What? Ready? Unpause.
All right. Can we get some support? We just got a single tip from Beaver Bother, a nonsensical tip. Can we get our first super chat of the day? Can we get
Come
our
on,
first
man.
sub of the day? Over
Be a
on
little
Kick?
bit
How
more
about a
positive
membership
about
or
it.
a real tip instead of Beaver Bothers? Yes.
Yes. He said, so...
Well, you know what they say.
So, any support, guys? I mean, I don't know. Any support?
They say, ask and you shall receive. Omega Sauce has gifted our first sub of the day over on Kick. Thank you to Omega Sauce. Let's get that on the leaderboard.
That was, by the way, someone found out that was on Twitter. That's the old name of Ian S., by the way. So that is Ian. They know that confirmed.
Omega.
So that's just Ian S. paying a different way.
I appreciate that very much.
He's the same guy that I showed you in the comments said, yeah, this can still be a very entertaining gameplay stream. Like, just knows all the DSP pignatized lingo.
Yes, this is the T-Pain air freshener. Well, if they still have it, 'cause it's supposed to come with the T-Pain Munchies meal, but it says limited supply. So I guess if they still have it, I'm getting it. I guess we'll find out. Excuse me.
Thank you, Philip.
Limited, I'll be the first person buying it. And, I'm sure.
Thanks for playing, everybody. Line Called Avocado says, don't forget he's Italian. He knows Europe. That is true. He does know everything about
Sure,
Europe.
a lot of people bought this meal.
Big up,
already.
Line
It's
Called
not
Avocado.
even new. Like it's been out for a while, right? I think a few weeks. I didn't know about it. So you guys told me about it last week, and I was like, well, I guess we'll do it then. It sounds really stupid, so it'll probably be entertaining. I just got a $10 tip from Shady. It says, Shady here, looking forward to seeing this game. Yeah, it's interesting. Because no one really knows if the game is good or not. No one even knows what to make of it, and apparently there's no reviews. So it'll certainly be interesting that I'm one of the few creators who's kind of like streaming it today.
No. Let's see how many people are
I'm well
streaming
aware
it.
there's this Doom game out, but the Doom game is just a survival game. You know what? It's kind of like it's just one of those formulaic games that copies other games, but now it's in the Dune universe. Excuse me. And I don't like Dune, nor do I know anything about it. I don't pay attention to Dune. I haven't seen the movies or anything. So I'm like, why would I care about this game? But people are like, oh, but don't you know there's 100,000 people playing it? Yeah, I don't care. It's a PC survival game. It's not a genre that I like or enjoy. So I don't really give a shit. You know, like.
All right, so right now, as we speak, there are 131,000 people watching people play Mind's Eye. So I don't think it's a factual statement to say Philip is only one of the only creators playing this game today by any stretch of the imagination.
Fine if other people like it. I'm not into that. There's a giant community for that style of game. It ain't me.
It ain't me. It ain't me. It ain't me.
Am I skipping the Neo 3 demo? I don't have time right now to do anything extra. My schedule is absolutely packed with brand new games, finishing up playthroughs, multiplayer stuff that's new. We don't have time for anything. And this is what I was nervous about with E3 week, how all these things shadow drop. Like, no one knew Lies of P's DLC was going to shadow drop. Okay? So that's just a new thing out of nowhere that's lengthy as hell.
Yes. They don't give a shit about streamers' schedules. Nor should they, by the way.
I was like, I know, like you said, Neo 3, there was another one too. There's like 2 or 3 different demos or things that dropped, and it's like, I When can I do it?
What a gamer.
If I do that, then I'm making zero progress on any game I'm playing. I can't play new releases, you know? So we might eventually get to that stuff, but right now I'm super busy. Iron Man the Power says, Nintendo announced Splatoon Raiders. Would you consider checking it out when it gets released? See, funny thing.
Oh, it's
Splatoon
funny, though.
1 I liked. I just didn't like certain design choices about the game. I thought that the fact that you were stuck playing certain maps or whatever for set periods of time was kind of a annoying thing Nintendo did because they were hiding the fact the game didn't have enough content. So, limit to what map you can play for a 2-hour period, right? So that way you're not playing every map and you've seen it all within an hour and you say, wow,
yeah,
this game
he
is
just didn't like the multiplayer part of that because he wasn't good enough to do anything for the team.
shallow. But outside of that, I thought that the gameplay elements were great. It was addictive and fun. I really liked it. Splatoon 2, if you remember, I bought it. We played it twice. And that was it. People did not like it. People were bored to tears of me playing it. After 2 streams, no one was even like paying attention. So I said, well, this sucks because I bought it, but no one wanted it, so I gave up on it. I think it has an audience, but I think it's really a distinct audience that, FYI, is not really my audience. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean. I have no clue what that means. FYI. Why are we saying FYI? Do you know what FYI means?
But I think it's really a distinct audience that, FYI, is not really my audience.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
FYI, could you explain it better?
It's that very heavy Nintendo focused kind of audience that want to play that game, and it's definitely not, the DSP gaming audience.
Oh, okay. Well, SOK did grief him a lot on that. That is true. There was like all these people at the same time. Loophole was in there and Fred Fox. They were all in there in the same lobbies. I don't want to see the whole thing. Just a little taste.
What's cracking, Squid Squad?
What kind of game is it? Looks to be the same thing, isn't it? Looks to be a similar style from little 10 seconds.
Again, I'm not against it. I liked it when I was playing it, but no one seemed to care when I played it, and that was the last one, so what has changed? Probably not much.
I played the first one for a while, but I didn't care enough to get the second or third one.
It's not really impressing me. Let's put it this way. It looks exactly like other Soulsborne-style games, only now with the Asian twist, which they've done before, too.
Oh.
It doesn't seem original in any way, shape, or form.
It has an Asian
very
twist.
much reminding me of vibes of Wolong Fallen Dynasty. And I'm like, I don't think I want to play it if that's the case, because that game sucked ass, too. I just don't think it's going to be worth the time, but I guess we'll see. What's up, Rebecca? How you doing?
Ooh, what's up, Rebecca? Here we go. We are one piece away now in this non-podcast style show. Could we get to the temple in a non-podcast style situation? We are now at noon. 8% of you are now fucked. We now enter the next block. There's a Rebecca in One Piece. Yes, there is. She's the daughter of Kairos, right? The one-legged soldier. What a king. The one-legged soldier. I'll show you pictures.
What is Zomboid? I don't even know what that is. Zomboid?
What is Zomboid? What is Zomboid?
All right, well, anything else to discuss? Any other questions before we get set up for Mind's Eye? Or shall we begin? Shall we get set up here? I just wanted to chat with you guys for a little bit, build up the stream a little bit before we began, but it looks like we got a decent-sized audience.
We got decent.
So I guess we could start.
Here he is. What a king. That story's legitimately sad, too, by the way. Like, that's the thing that got me.
Yes, I have Amazon Prime. I don't know about how they give away free PC games. I'm aware they do, but typically any of these services that give away free games, usually it's a game that I've already played. You know what I mean? Like, by the time they get around to saying, oh, this is the free PS Plus games for the month or whatever, I've already played them. The only exception is Game Pass, because Game Pass actually has new games that they add every month, that's brand new releases. But most of these other services that offer free stuff, it's stuff I've already played if I wanted to play it. So I don't really pay attention. But maybe Prime would have something on there I'd be interested in at some
Maybe
point. I don't know.
so. Really important show today, as you can see.
Will I ever go back to Inzoi in the future? Well, we had an interesting 2 streams of it, but then people told me to stop playing it because it was unfinished. And that Lex Beck's Strangely Real on Kick highlights the message. It says, since DSP doesn't acknowledge these, dedicating this to Rebecca. Basically, all the interest for the game had fallen off because people had played it and realized they've sold an unfinished game. You know, it is early access, but it just didn't have half the features. Like, you couldn't even go to work. You just sat in a car all day. Like, what the hell was that?
What the fuck hell was that?
So if they finish it and it ends up being fun to play with content, then I would go back to it. I own it, but I'm not going to go back to it if half the game's not done. Remember we went to go on the rides? The rides didn't work either at the amusement park. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, what the fuck, dude? Huh?
Shady Platinum did a $2, well, actually it's a £2 super chat. It says, let's get the show rolling. Okay.
All
Hold on
right.
1 second, because I'm trying to. That's the first super chat. I want to be sure I count it correctly.
What is Zomboid? What is Zomboid?
$2.69. The pound currently is worth a lot more than the dollar.
Yeah. What's that about, huh? That doesn't seem right.
It does fluctuate frequently, but yeah, right now the dollar ain't doing so hot. Okay. Thank you so much to Shady Platinum. All right, let's get set up then. And then we will have a chair cover. All right.
Don't talk to me about the value of currency.
We
Philip.
can have the nice green screen effect.
I don't need to hear about it.
I also have to. Well, what we'll do is we'll test 2 positions. I have the camera in 2 different positions now. The old one and the one that I used for the driving last night. I want to see which one looks better as our face cam now. One's slightly lower than the other, but I don't know if it's particularly better. We can test.
Ooh, look at this get up. Chilling poolside at the booze cruise. Check out my pants. You wish you had these pants. Look at this drip. Look at the colors on this drip. These colors work together like a tapestry. Look at this. You wish you could pull this off. None of us can. Oh, you want this? Here we go. Let me know about the levels.
No?
It works. It works.
All right, let's do a little test.
And I got all 4 Goron songs in there too, so it'll be a different one every time. Pretty cool. See, the summer rebrand is about clearing everything out so I can just then stuff it full of shit again. That's what's gonna happen. So don't worry. I'm gonna have so much shit in here in a month anyway. Don't worry.
So, well, first let me get me on the correct side here.
Oh, we're still not. We're still in setup. This is a setup sound. Oh, we're not done yet. I'll hit it again.
Things to do. Got to turn on the effects. The effects are not on.
Please turn on the
There
effects.
you go. Now the chair's gone. Oh, let's see here.
You're listening to the award-winning WPIG 1651.
Just reminding you, we're not paused.
Okay.
Just letting you know.
I gotta get all the lights off. Here we go. Okay. So we have 2 angles. They're not going to be that different, but I'm just curious. So this is the angle I typically use when I play games. All right? Haven't changed this at all. Standard angle. I'll put the microphone a little closer. And then this is the angle that I was using yesterday.
Because that's fictitious. We'll save those.
Pretty much the same. Yeah, it's not that. It doesn't really change things, does it? No, it doesn't.
Big abs.
This one, you can see the wheel in frame. The wheel's like right here, so you can see me actually holding the wheel. Yeah, they're exactly the same. It doesn't matter. Okay. No difference. All right. Never mind. Cool. Let's get started.
All right. Ooh, YouTube mode?
I should probably let's put the leaderboard at the top for now, and then we'll see.
Philip, make it take longer.
Good, or if we do need to move it back down to
take
the
a question. Take a question.
It's better.
Question.
Oh, one bizarre ass thing happened.
Yes.
You guys would know.
Good, perfect timing, King. Tell this story. Make sure it takes about 3 minutes.
Know this better than me.
Go ahead.
You guys are more in tune with tech and stuff. Okay?
Yeah, definitely.
So weirdest thing happened last night.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm setting up for today.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And oops, I don't want to do that. There we go. I'm setting up for today. And one thing that I do is I set up the background lighting, and I set
16% of you are sweating right now.
Leaderboard, and I set up everything, right? So previously, this was a couple weeks ago, like 2-3 weeks ago.
Go ahead. Yeah.
When I first started using this lighting and a little, why am I so small? I'm really small, am I not?
After he took he was with John in the hotel, and then they went to the pool. Then they got out of the pool, and Philip said to John,
why am I so small? I'm really small, am I not? Should be a little bigger than like that, at least. Like I'm tiny on the screen.
Right? At least.
So, how many of you use fonts, like customized fonts on PC? Okay.
Raise your hand.
Reason I ask. As you know,
12-10 crew is getting fucked so hard right now.
Every day with the leaderboard, I try to use different fonts and stuff to try to spruce things up, make it look a little cool or fresh or
Who
whatever.
among us?
A few weeks ago, I added a font, all right? And this font was supposed to look like Grand Theft Auto's text font, okay? It looked great. I even got compliments on it. People were like, wow. This font is great. You could definitely use this whenever you're doing something.
Wow, you're so cool. That font is awesome.
That's like related to GTA. And I said, oh, we'll do it today since Mind's Eye is supposed to be like GTA. We would use that font. Okay? I might actually change that now because now we know that the game apparently is nothing like GTA.
Oh my God.
Here's the weird thing.
Here we go.
So I go to use it. And I still have it. It's still a font on my PC.
Yeah.
And when I go to use it, it no longer works. And what I mean by that is it's selectable. But when I go to select it and use it, it just basically doesn't load. It's like, it just looks like a generic font instead. It looks nothing like even in the preview, it'll preview it and show it as the GTA font. It'll look just like it. But then when I select it, it doesn't work. And I'm like, what happened? Like it just shows a different font, like typeface.
1 minute.
And I don't get it. Like I didn't change anything. I tried uninstalling, reinstalling it. It still doesn't work. Has that ever happened to anyone where you have a font that you like and you're using it?
1
and then
minute.
all of a sudden
50 seconds remain. They thought they had it in the bag, but now it is being taken from them.
Here we go. This font looks more like it's catered to the
50
game.
seconds left. Can they make it?
I'll probably change the color too. Yeah, did you ever have a font that you really liked and it was great and all of a sudden it stops working on your PC? I don't know.
30 seconds!
Like every font I've ever used has just worked forever without any problems, and this one just stopped working.
30 seconds left!
And I was like,
hold!
Okay.
20 seconds. Will he start YouTube mode?
This font looks better, but I just want to change the color. Let's do...
Oh, yeah. Don't they get another... They have 59 more seconds. You're right. You're right. It has to click 11.
That looks cool. I like that.
Now you have 60 seconds. No, sorry. You have 59 more seconds, guys. 59 more seconds. It has to hit 11, okay? 59 more seconds to go on this. Here we go.
Nice. And that kind of looks like the Mind's Eye font, too.
50. All right, here we go. Oh, here we go. It's going to be close.
So no one knows?
49 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. That I had a font that looked great. It looked just like GTA. And
beg, Philip.
Even, like I said, even in the preview in OBS and everything.
You better beg,
it looks
buddy.
like it's working.
Don't forget.
It says, hey, here it is. And you type in it, you know how you do the preview and it looks just like the font. But then when it's on the screen, it's not. It's just a generic text. And I'm like, why is it not working?
Yeah. Any font experts among us here that can answer the question?
And I looked online and everyone said, no, I have the correct font. Like, it's not like I had the wrong one, a bootleg knockoff or anything. No, I have the real font.
19
from the official
seconds.
Source and everything. And it just doesn't work. I don't know.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No one knows anything, so I'm just going to start with the game. Okay. We got to figure out the volume. Because
12, 11, 12, 20 are celebrating. And now it's not over yet. It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
It might be way too...
it's not over yet.
Build a rocket boy.
He has not done YouTube mode yet.
Boy. Look at that.
YouTube mode ends it.
Build a rocket boy. Okay.
Is it possible?
Yeah, volume's been all over the place with games recently. Let's see. All right, I readjusted it. Hopefully the volume is good. We'll find out.
He has to hit record. Crazier things have happened. Yeah, you got to remember, we have to do the menus too, guys.
Shaders are warming up, it says. How exciting. I love it when my shaders warm up before I play a game. Riveting content.
You make this joke every fucking time. It's funny every time.
Wilds.
Keep killing it, brother.
We absolutely did. It was kind of a very interesting game, actually. But, haven't played it in a long time. It was interesting. We only did a few runs of it. We ended up checking out a few of the different interesting, unique planets.
Oh, cool. Unique planets.
Excuse me.
Uh-oh. No way it becomes a nail biter again, right? It can't. It can't. No way, right?
Okay. Changing all my color schemes and things today. Incidentally, my controller actually matches the color scheme of the game. It's pulsating blue.
Who doesn't love pulsating blue?
Do I know how many shader cores I have on my graphics card? Oh, several thousand, I'm sure. I have top-of-the-line tech here. So it must be like at least 5,000-6,000 shader cores.
Wow, great joke. We are laughing.
Boy. Whatever you say. Agree. Oh, I did a full playthrough of High on Life when it was a new game. Yes, I did.
Of course. Who can forget? Masterpiece of gaming. Masterpiece of Let's Play.
What the hell is this? Should I read this? I didn't set up the game yet. I guess we'll start recording.
And?
Hello, everyone, and welcome
that is
to
it.
What undoubtedly...
Locked in. 12, 11 to 12-20 win. The second most chosen option wins. 36% of you are going to have a great fucking life. Everyone else, not so sure.
It'll be an interesting day. Today is June 10th, 2025, and we're about to start playing a game called Mind's Eye.
Oh, Mind's Eye.
This game has no reviews. It's made by someone who was a former dev for Rockstar making GTA games.
Okay.
And apparently this game is causing some hoopla and stir. No one knows if it's good or not.
It's causing some hoopla.
We're about to check it out together here live and see if it's any good. So here we go. It's booting up all by itself. I have no chance to do any graphical adjustments or anything. It's just booting from scratch on my PC.
Booting from scratch on my PC. Okay. Let's give it a second.
Volume super low? Okay.
Just for fun, CTU agent.
Alright, I upped it all the way. Oh, I know what's going on. Hold on. I know what's happening. Hold on, everybody.
Oh God!
I
Now
accidentally
it's so
lowered
fucking
the
loud.
volume, though. Accident.
Yes, sir.
All right, going live. Boom.
Whatever. I don't know. Let's play.
Join the military. Feels like last century.
Our lives displayed as green blips on your mini map.
Looks cool.
Oh, the cop bots? I mean, sure, why not? Machines do everything else for us. Plus, they're made by Silva. You say that like it's a good thing.
All right, a lot of fun so far, as you can see. Everyone's having a lot of fun. Big Dog says, ALT, when you went to Japan for the first time, what was a shock for you as an American? Mine in Germany was beer vending machines and mayo and fries. Well, they do have beer vending machines in Japan too. But I was pretty well like watched on YouTube and shit, so I wasn't too like shocked by some things. But one thing that did shock me, and this is not a racist comment, but when I went to where the emperor like says like the emperor speaks every New Year's Day, and I went there, and it was wild to me to see thousands of people there, and just everyone had the same hair color. That's it. I was like, that's very strange for me. Every single person in this entire audience had the same hair color, and that for me was kind of interesting and weird at first. But there you go. That was my wow, this is different feeling. I am not in America now, am I? That kind of feeling.
They say Red Rock City's stuck in the past. You catch this thing daily? I told you. They ain't giving me a silver car. Yeah. Well, it sure beats the bus I copped to Red Rock. Ah, yeah, they're way faster, too.
No, not saying they all look alike. I'm saying all the hair color was the same. That's it.
Silva Factory. Lucas says maybe I'm not hitting 120 frames at 4K, so maybe I should go to 60 and see if it makes it smoother.
Your testing. Access card gets you through. Orientation usually starts
Definitely.
Over there. Good looking out, man.
Yeah, I will put to 60 then, because this is like the screen tearing's bothering me already.
Okay, I'll look for it.
Maybe that's why it was on 60 by default.
Affirmative. I'm waiting for him on the other side. Jacob Diaz.
Reporting for duty. Just got to town this morning.
I'm Carrie Reed.
Jesus, I didn't see that. Jordan Fadeaway.
It's a pleasure to meet you,
YouTuber got shot for copyright striking?
Well, I got here as
Save it.
Yeesh.
Let's get you started.
Copy that.
All right, let's just go. Yeah, let's change it back to the 60 frames, and maybe that'll fix it.
You drive. Destination pin will show up in your lens.
Oh, yeah, now it's not even 60 frames.
Looking good,
What the
Hank.
hell?
Understood.
Looking good, Hank.
It's like 30 frames now. What is going on?
Duties will be fairly broad. You'll be required to follow
Good setup. Good setup, Hank.
What happened? It's even worse. Now there's no screen tearing, but when I look at the frame rate, when I rotate the screen, what is going on, man?
Very cool.
What is happening? I check my settings. I guess it just does it automatically. Did it turn the blur back on? No, I left it off.
All the menu streams. He knows what all of this means, by the way, definitely.
Lower the resolution. 4K is unnecessary. I mean, I play every game at 4K and have no problems.
Well, it seems that's not true in this case, so you might have to change your behavior a little bit, or... Yeah, fuck it, right?
Yeah, well, look, when I rotate the camera, it chops up huge. Oh my god!
So, Mike,
Holy shit,
maybe you
it's
can't
even
handle
worse.
4K anymore,
Yo,
brother?
look at the frame rate now.
Maybe you can't do 4K then, huh?
What happened? Yo, it's like 20 frames. Oh my god!
Great
it got
playthrough.
Worse. How could it possibly have gotten worse?
Monsoon, you can send it to email or to Twitter or Discord. Anyways, fine, Monsoon. You're a legend, Monsoon. Oh, by the way, scheduling segment. Tomorrow, we're going to do some gameplay, my friends, of a very hot new IP, which I will not spoil. But we're going to do some gameplay before the pre-stream tomorrow. No guests tomorrow, just me with some gameplay. It's going to be fun. Very hip. New game. Everyone loves. It's very cool.
It could be frame generation. It could be many of these things. Oh, here we go. There we go. How much you want to bet that's it right there? We want performance.
Wait. What
I want to bet that's it right there. We want performance. Yup, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
That's exactly what it was.
Wrong setting.
What was the setting previously?
Oh, here we go. There we go. How much you want to bet that's it right there? We want performance.
Okay.
Oh, exactly what it was. It was set to the wrong setting. What the hell? You got wrong setting. What the hell? You got
my laughs don't sound like ack.
Fired. You got fired on the first day of work. Shit canned. You were fucking around.
My jokes, my laughs don't sound like ack.
Let's just make sure everything's the same. But that's exactly what it was. They said it to they always said it to the wrong shit. These idiotic game developers think that like you want ultra detail in the environment, but choppy fucking performance. No, I don't, stupid. I actually want it to look good. You're so dumb.
Okay, I'm gonna break this down. You want it to look good, right? So that's why they don't have performance mode on from the start, because that makes it look worse. So you get a performance boost. So that's why they don't have that on, since they figure you do want it to look good, right? I know it's tough to keep up with. You'll get this someday.
Choppy fucking idiotic game developers think that like you want ultra detail in the environment, but choppy fucking performance. No, I don't, stupid. I actually want it to look good. You're so dumb.
Okay.
Like, seriously, they're so dumb when they set this shit. All right, so we're good now. Yeah, okay.
Dark Wolf says ALT was the anime main character with a different hair color. No, my hair color is brown, dark brown enough. It was okay. I didn't stand out too much. And you will see some old ladies with like purple hair there. That's kind of weird too in Japan. Some old ladies will get their hair colored in crazy colors, and just that's what happens. And they're very normal old ladies. They're not like old ladies looking for attention. That's just a fashion choice that old ladies have at their disposal, and they will take advantage of it. And they're very other boring people otherwise, but they will have purple fucking hair.
Failed.
Understood.
By the way, I think the screen tearing's fixed too. Yeah, it is.
I go by Rigby. You're
All right, so now hold on. Now wait a minute. Maybe because I did that, maybe now I can do what I wanted to do. Let's find out. Okay. Yeah, it works now.
You'll be required to follow orders.
Nice. Okay, here we go.
I'm trying to find a good example.
Yes, you are. I'm the one who bought the game, and I'm gonna do what I want. You're gonna wait.
What?
In here all day.
Yes, you are. I'm the one. Yeah, it works now.
This is how Philip deals with authority figures, even in games. Listen to this.
Nice. Okay, here we go.
I'm gonna sit in here all day.
Yes, you are.
See?
I'm the one who bought the game, and I'm gonna do what I want. You're gonna wait. Ooh, controller's vibrating.
Authority figure.
Let's go.
And a woman.
Look
That's
out!
the treatment you get.
Oh yeah. Gotta be sharper than that, newbie.
That's
Who's
the treatment
this?
you get.
Is it human? Oh, it's a human. I thought it was a robot.
See? That's what I'm talking about. Extremely normal old ladies, purple hair. But there you go.
See, now we're silky smooth. Look out. Look out. Look the fuck out. I'm drunk as shit. Oh my god. Look out. Look out. Oh.
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Oh god.
Holy shit. You shouldn't have given this to me. Where are we going? Let's go. Oh yeah.
Your paycheck.
Flip the vehicle, X. Whoa. You moron. You gave me this?
This is some
What do you
weird
think was
clown
gonna
mode,
happen?
yeah.
You gave me control of this vehicle in the intro? Oh, I can't move. I'm stuck.
You purposely
I'm literally
got stuck?
I can't move. Uh-oh. The vehicle's jammed.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened.
I can't. I can't move.
What a show.
What did I say? Destination pin is in your lane.
We're stuck, you idiot. Get out and push, goddammit.
All right, we will endure this until 4 p.m. Eastern, then we are all out. We'll all be happy for it, too. Promise you.
Oh, we're about to get fired a second time. I can't.
I agree.
Fuck this. I'll go on foot.
This is amazing, man.
Oh, I'm stuck here too. Look. Let me run. Asshole. Look at this guy. Come on, Wedgie. Bully him. Bully this man. Atomic Wedgie right in front of the boss. Pull his pants right up over his head. Ultimate Atomic Wedgie right in front of the boss. Come on. Doesn't work. What the hell?
Man.
What is it? Y? No.
Oh,
B. B takes
God.
cover. Hide from the boss.
Oh, man. I'm gonna die.
I'm not here.
He's gay!
Oh my goodness. So I can't. I think stuck. I think we're done. We gotta redo the scene.
Look at the map.
I can't. The car is stuck, you idiot. Look. It won't move. What do you want me to do? The car won't fucking move, dumbass.
You got it stuck. Intentionally.
Can I pull her out of the car? Oh shit! Whoa! The robot smashed it.
His eyes are fucked today, aren't they? Look how squinty they are.
Did you see that?
Immediately. You never used the lens before? The map shows the way.
It's still stuck. I still can't drive it. It won't work. Oh wait.
Yes, it will.
The car won't reverse. The reverse is busted. I can only go forward. I can't
Oh,
go
thanks,
in reverse.
Jury Han, who says,
What
I
the
heard this
hell?
game had bugs.
Why
Thanks,
can't I go
Jury.
backward? Or maybe that's not. What button is reverse? There is no reverse. There's only forward? What?
When you have a Jury Han screen name, that means you're at least 49 years old, and there is no chance you're not living in the basement with your parents.
There only be forward.
Just
and
being
no
honest,
reverse.
guys. It's an
Doesn't
honest
make any
assessment.
sense.
Right there.
There's still this car. Still this one.
Just being honest, guys.
What's up, everyone? So there's some support coming in. I'll shout out in a second, but does the game not recognize the car's wrecked and I can't drive it?
What's up, everyone, is not true.
I can't put
What's
the
up,
car
everyone, does not count. That's
in
everyone.
reverse. It doesn't work. What are the controls?
But anyways, we're already in YouTube mode, so the temple's fucked. Still have not got a temple.
How do I see the button mapping? There's no button mapping? There's no button mapping. So how do I see? Oh, here we go. Reload, aim, shoot, toggle, weapon slot.
No, if you're looking to get beat up,
Drone.
just say
We
so.
don't have
I'm
a drone
saying
yet. Drive it.
you
Brake reverse.
if you make that your entire online persona. I'm not saying enjoying Jury Han casually is a problem, because I definitely do.
Yes.
Casually.
Yeah, what is that on here?
Casual simp. That's WPIG style. We are all casual
It is.
simps of this station.
So hold on. I get in. It doesn't work. What about S? No, it doesn't work at all. There's no reverse on this vehicle.
This is Mind's Eye.
So I can't move. Ah! Come on. Come on. Ah!
So transparent. Just trying to be clips.
Come on.
The chat is not even engaging in this, right? Look, like, I'll read you the YouTube chat. Not to get too deep in this bullshit, because it's really opposite of the opposite treatment it deserves. But look at this. It says, this isn't going viral, Phil. Just reload the stage. Toggle on and off. Someone trying to help. Set up wheel to reverse. Someone trying to help. Go to controller in settings. Someone trying to help. Then we have Piper who says, what the fuck, LOL. Someone else says, watching this stream lowers your IQ by half. I heard AI completely developed this game from start to finish. Mind's Eye? This is giving me Mind Jack vibes of how bad the game is. Like, not even his chat is, like, doing the LOLs he's expecting he's eliciting here. You know what I mean? Like, no one's even... The people he hopes is enjoying it in that way are not. You know?
We're gonna do it! Mind's Eye! Come on!
Kick chat is just going, doing their usual.
Work. So I have to how do we reload? Can I not even reload?
Well, there's reload. Yes.
Did a $5 super chat. Thank you to DSP is the go. Rito Mastermind re-upped their membership for 48 months and said, 4 years, you need to redo your license. Yes, I think I need to. And then Jury Han did a $2 super chat and says, I heard the game has bugs. Yeah,
Mom,
the first bug was they had to be a vehicle.
Thanks, Jury.
They actually expected me to take it seriously. Which is a huge problem.
Fuck!
All right? I wrecked the vehicle within moments. All right, let's try this again.
We'll show up in your lane.
Watch, I'm going to leave without her. Watch
Head to
this.
the security office.
Ready? Watch this.
Understood, Miss Rigby.
She coming? Fuck
I go
her.
by Rigby.
Oh, they won't let me drive it
Your
yet.
duties will be fairly broad. You'll be required to follow orders.
Now, oh no, this vehicle literally doesn't reverse. It's a game bug. This vehicle has no reverse.
Maybe there's no reason for you to
It only
reverse?
accelerates. That's it. So the first vehicle in the game is glitched. You can't go backwards. How funny is that?
Is he holding it? I really question if that's true or not. Logan K says he's trying to go viral right now and it's terrible, not funny, and waste everyone's time. He'll talk about this for... Oh, yeah. Get ready tomorrow, guys. He'll say everyone was loving it. Everyone was cracking up. No one is cracking up. Even in his own chat.
Yo, the tutorial fucking vehicle. I'm pressing S on the keyboard right now. It doesn't have a reverse. The tutorial vehicle doesn't have reverse in it. Wow. What a great game.
Hilarious, man. This is really good.
Yeah, well, we're going to have problems if we have to get back in this vehicle.
Welcome to Silver Corporation's Central Security Hub. And that is your office.
Wow. You literally have eyes in the sky, huh?
Mr. Silver spares no expense for security.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, he can't afford reverse on his fucking vehicles, though.
Your uniform.
Reverse gear.
I wasn't expecting that.
Right now.
I'm going live.
Just issue.
Not a problem.
Let me know when it's done.
There's no GPS. Look, there's a waypoint, but there's no... Oh, shit.
Oh, God, this is so fucking cringe, man. How much time we have left? Oh, 17 minutes? Why did I say that?
How do I get to this point?
Whew. What? Scoot Towalker in the house. Oh, he failed again. Let's see what he says there. Yeah, you can't just do whatever the fuck you want. You abandoned the mission.
All right, let's see.
You were punished
DJ
accordingly.
DJ did a $2 super chat and says, this game shows why the dude got fired from Rockstar. And Hyperfixate did a $2 super chat. He says, this is awesome. This is like 2012 DSP. Make a racist joke. We have to find something. Hold on. We have to find something racist to joke about, I guess.
What does that mean? You gotta find a ethnic style person, Philip? Is that what we gotta find? Oh, wait, hang on. My boss is not on this screen. I'll wait till she comes back. Is that what you're thinking? Yeah, you know? Yeah.
And Hyperfixate did a $2 super chat. He says,
What?
this is awesome. This is like 2012 DSP. Make a racist joke. We have to find something. Hold on. We have to find...
What do you mean? Something.
Find something racist to joke about, I guess.
What do you mean? Something. Movie Sign says, how can you be a gameplay streamer and be this bad at gameplay, then demand money from your audience? Well, because you did get money once in your past, you think you deserve it to this very day because you did get money once for being a gamer. That's what he thinks. Big ups, Movie Sign.
Nothing yet.
What kind of thing
Make
we
a
looking...
racist joke. It has to be appropriate to what you're playing in the game. You understand?
Okay, well, let's see that. I can't wait for that situation to happen.
Well, thank you guys for your...
Yes, it was.
for your contributions.
You can't figure out Hyperfixate.
What the hell? Apparently, I abandoned the mission that didn't have a GPS waypoint. Look, it doesn't tell you how to get there.
I've got Seb. We're on our way.
It doesn't explain anything.
Aren't responding to instructions, so they need to be deactivated immediately.
He normally would shut that down, War Dog Leader, but I think we're oddly trying to go like be like happy-go. We're trying to be like happy-go-lucky right now, so I think we're kind of trying to be like everything's. Haha, we're all having fun here. Yeah.
GPS to tell us to stay on the road.
Just stay on the road
Look,
then.
it's not telling us how to get to where we need to go on the minimap. Usually, a game like this would have a GPS route. There's no GPS route, so how the fuck do we get there?
I would
There's not even
suggest
a map.
following the road.
There's no map, right?
Well, except for the mini map on the top left. Maybe
How
when
do you open a map? There's no map.
There's a mini map on the top left.
What? What's going on?
Good job. Yep.
Yo, what is this game? There's no GPS route to tell me how to get to the robots.
Oh, there's a diamond on the right. There is.
I can't go reverse in my vehicle. I can brake, but I can't reverse.
Go on the right. Turn right. Turn right.
Use the gun you were just issued.
Turn right.
Not a problem.
Oh my God! Look how dented he's being too, guys. Okay, wait. I'll show you the screenshot. It's very clear how they set this up. Okay. The bottom left tells you how far away your target is, and then that right triangle tells you where it is actually. So the direction to go. It's telling you everything you need. But all right.
Done.
And like it tells you how far away it's getting, farther or closer. So it kind of is telling you.
Just drive right straight to the.
Not yeah. It needs to be more yellow. Not colorful enough. Oh, is that just north? That could be right, too. Oh, yeah, but in any case, though, it's telling you how far away it is.
Interesting game.
See? There he is. He found it by following the distance.
What the hell are they doing? Whatever it is, I'm
See how easy that was to find?
right now.
I didn't stop the vehicle. The game did.
Yeah. I know, he does need a telescope. You're right. I forgot about that.
He pulled out a gun.
Abnormality detected.
How do I pull out a gun?
Override in process.
Philip, the instructions are right there. Okay.
The gun won't fire. The gun won't fire. What the fuck?
All right, so that's confirmed. He fucked up the button somehow. Is it something to do with the wheel, maybe? Did the wheel fuck it up? That'd be kind of funny.
The gun doesn't work. Are you kidding?
He ran into the fire. He ran right to the fire.
I've got Seb. We're on our way.
These robots aren't responding to instructions, so they need to be deactivated immediately. Use the gun you were just issued.
Big up Scopes, I failed. He's being this stupid on purpose. I agree. He's just trying to get clips right now. He's gonna think everyone's having the best time of their lives right now.
Insane.
No, it won't. Amar Van said this might make for good This How You Don't Play content. No. When he's trying to be bad, that's the worst This How You Don't Play content. That is the worst. The only things that work with This How You Don't Play is when he's getting frustrated because he wants to actually finish the game. That pressure he put on himself to finish the game quickly for maximum money, but then failing and then getting frustrated at that makes the best. When he's trying to be funny, it's never good.
What the hell are they doing?
Ricky did a £5 super chat. He says, loving the PS3 energy of the game. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working at all.
So let's go to another streamer, just so you can see other people that play it normally and aren't having these issues, as you might expect.
That is $6.73.
Do we get a bag?
What in the holy hell is going on? I also don't know how to run. Oh, it's left thumbstick. Okay.
Abnormality detected. Absorb abnormality. System override. Override in process.
So I can draw.
Ignoring protocols. System
It won't fire. Look. The gun won't fire.
See? It's something with the buttons. The mapping.
Shoot, right trigger. What is going on?
I guarantee it's him.
The mouse
but...
doesn't fire either. The mouse won't fire. I can aim with the mouse, but it won't fire. Look. You can aim, but you can't fire the gun. Are they kidding?
It's only him. This is another streamer doing it. I don't know who this is, but just here. Look how instantly it looks like a real game. Watch how fast it becomes a real game when it's someone that knows how to play is playing. Look at this.
Talk to me.
Those mercs are leaving. I'm going.
See how quickly it becomes like a real game that plays normally like every other fucking game you've seen before? But definitely, yes. Where are the jokes about poop? Where's the begging, huh? They're not in menus the whole time, huh?
Shoot, left mouse button, right? So here we go.
Why is the guy yelling at chat?
Doesn't shoot. I'm using left mouse right now. The game actually doesn't work at all.
That's not true.
The game is completely fucking broken. The controls don't work.
That's not true.
Are you kidding me?
ENS says if the wheel is still connected to your PC, it could be causing issues.
No, the wheel's not connected to the PC. No, it's not.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nothing interrupting.
Get fucked, Ian.
The mouse doesn't work either. I just tried the mouse and it won't fire.
Send money, not advice, Ian. Big up Scoot Walker says it's almost like devs can't predict what dented Amazon pre-built ship box you're running their stuff on, or how internally confused the player will be. That's why games are getting easier, because they realize they have to make the game for everyone, and everyone includes. Big up Scoot Walker.
Let's close this.
What a king!
Abomination of a game and reboot it.
Yeah, definitely that'll work. All right, he is pressing RT, but it says RB to shoot on the screen.
Let's try again.
So if it's really just him pushing the wrong button, I'm not sure how he talks his way out of that. He can't blame the game when he's pushing the wrong button, literally. Let's check in on our boy real quick.
Is it really an unplayable, unfinished?
Don't you think that'd be
after him
all over the fucking Twitter if that was the case, Philip, when you checked Twitter this morning?
We've got a shotgun. The line
Look at this. Look at this guy. Look at this setup, by the way. Yeah, there's not enough shit on the screen, buddy. Come on. Where's your tip skulls?
The vehicle doesn't reverse. It brakes but won't reverse. The gun you can draw but can't fire.
Oh, by the way, look at the green screen. This is what green screen is supposed to look like. This is what your green screen looks like on drugs. Wait, let me get a better frame here. Yeah, you see that little wing he has on the right side of his shoulder? That shouldn't be there. This is how it's supposed to look. On drugs, sober. On drugs, sober. Any questions?
All right, let's do this. Let's close this abomination of a game and reboot it.
Oh, yeah, I can see his chair. Yeah, oh my God, what a bitch. I can see his chair. This guy sucks.
Let's try again.
Douchebag.
What the hell is going on?
This guy's unprofessional. Well, I'm sorry, guys, for showing you his gameplay.
Is it really an unplayable, unfinished, buggy game?
This guy's name is Brian Menard.
Reverse. It brakes but won't reverse.
Here you
the
go.
Gun you can draw but can't fire.
I'll give him some love. He's a king. Except he needs to work on getting that chair out of the screen. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
Okay, I will, Jericho. I'll pause it when it says how to shoot.
Amazing content right now.
Well, that's on you.
It still won't go in reverse. Look.
I've got Seb. We're on our.
All right, so this one says, okay, that one we can't see. I will pause it when he shows the shooting.
Aren't responding to instructions, so they need.
So that's probably a controller thing too, right? Honestly, because the reverse thing is probably him as well.
I can't get out of the vehicle either. They won't let me. Look.
It's a controller thing.
The gun you were just issued.
Now we're stuck on here. Now we're
They won't let me
stuck.
out
We
of
got to
the
see
vehicle
how
right
why.
now.
Okay.
This is not a good first day.
Nice flip.
Looking at chat too much. All right, here we go. I'll try to
Still
pause.
can't
So you
get
can
out.
see.
They won't let me.
It's the fucking tutorial. Of course they lock shit off.
Whatever it is, I'm stopping it. Right now.
I fired one bullet and then it stopped. I could only fire one bullet.
It says, see, it's not showing the shooting tutorial now. It says scan the area for enemies. He's not even doing that,
It only fires
though.
once and then it glitches and stops firing.
Nope, not a glitch. Enter exit cover. He's not looking at that at all.
There. It won't fire. Even on keyboard and mouse, it won't fire. The game is completely fucking glitched.
That's not true. Open weapon wheel. He knows that one.
You can only fire one bullet.
There we go. Oh, so he's using a controller, though. So that's the mouse.
He draws, he fires one bullet, and it goes away.
So you can shoot then.
And he auto fires it. Look, I'm not pressing it.
Something's fucked with his controller then.
Are you kidding me? The game is completely fucking bugged.
Nah. Longest name ever real.
Yeah! Yeah! This is the true future of gaming. Oh shit. Oh. Now I can't take cover. Instead he's jumping. What is he doing? I can't take cover behind this rock. It doesn't work. Whenever he looks, he fires immediately.
Yeah,
There's
see,
no
that's
cover
not
here, so how am I supposed
correct.
to fight this robot? This is great.
Like, this is not, I mean, clearly any normal human being at this point knows this is not correct and it's not a fucking glitch, but he can't blame anything he's done, so.
What the?
Let's see. Let's check on our boy.
Are they breeding?
Don't give up before we do. Just stay focused.
Look at him having fun. Look at this guy locked in having fun.
Parasolo says, did you try default controls? Parasolo, I haven't changed the controls.
Just check
They
it,
are
though.
on default controls. I haven't touched it. I haven't remapped anything.
I know, isn't it crazy how, like, you watch that guy play a game just enjoying it like a normal human being? You're like, all right, this game looks pretty cool. Like, it's just instant, you know?
The default controls?
Oh, this game looks pretty cool.
They don't work.
Looks fun.
All right, so here's what we'll do. We got a couple things we can try. Okay.
Yes.
Here's thing number one we can try. I'm gonna change my controller mode from the wireless adapter to Bluetooth. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely it. It's definitely the Bluetooth issue.
All right. So now I'm gonna be synced via Bluetooth instead.
Oh, that's a massive
this is now
change.
Bluetooth controls.
I've got Seb. We're on our way.
These robots aren't
Nope.
responding to instructions.
It
so
still
they
doesn't
need to
work.
be deactivated immediately.
Oh, that. Good troubleshooting, Unc. It was definitely going to be the Bluetooth connection.
Because I can either use a wireless adapter or Bluetooth, and I'm using Bluetooth right now, and it still doesn't work. Because I can either use a wireless adapter or Bluetooth, and I'm using Bluetooth right now, and it still doesn't work.
Good job, Unc.
Yes, the level up to get reverse on your car.
Just checking that is the issue, right? Like thinking changing the connection style would change it. Yeah, it did get a little interesting now. I kind of want to see how where it goes now. Pick up Jordan Fadeaway. This gameplay is rated D for dented. Agree.
There's an open weapon wheel. It's already open. I've already done it.
They're just telling you how to do it? Okay, here we go. Okay, so he has the buttons now. It is left trigger to aim, right trigger to shoot, and X to reload. Okay.
It's very exciting.
Like now you're just doing it to be an asshole, you know, to be funny. This is funny. God.
These are the SM1s, the workhorse of the Silver Ranger 5.
See, now he's like intentionally not trying to solve the problem so we could, you know, be in this little zone longer of the game fucking up, and it's not his fault, because that's the funny stuff, you know. Oh man, I can't do it. Alright, I won't skip. Big ups Elite Gaming Terror Tax Force. Wait, Phil Most Annoying Clown Laugh Factorial from Elite Gaming Terror Task Force Tactical Cyber Hitman. Big ups.
I do not get paid enough for this. Actually, I kind of do, but I hate it.
This is going to be a fun game. Single shot every time you look out of cover.
Like, you know that's not the case,
No reverse on
though,
the vehicles.
You know that's not the case, though, right? So.
No.
I noted.
Understood.
Into them.
That was really fucking...
That was some creepy shit out there.
I agree.
What the hell got into them?
That was really fucking weird. Look, now we have a GPS spot.
It doesn't happen ever. This is really serious. Those same model robots are already deployed in the city as cop bots. They are just one cog in Red Rock's all-city.
War Dog Leader, that's what about his pedals and gear stick? If they're still connected, that could be, but he said they're not. Well, he said the wheel's not, but.
Care.
Whoa, chopped up right there.
Alright, I won't fast forward.
Good hanging. Thanks.
Yeah, good hanging.
Good hanging. We just shot robots together. Good
In a
hanging.
position where I have to reverse.
Good hanging, man. A lot of fun. Shot the shit out of those
this game is
robots.
something else. All right. So Adam Outlaw
Good
became
hanging.
a member here, and I believe that counts as a new membership today. It does. Thank you, Adam, for that. Appreciate that, Adam. And then DSP is the GOAT did a $10 super chat.
All right.
It may be. Or it's stacking up to be, that's for sure. Indeed. I just received a $5 tip. Finally, something to contest Clear Obscure for Game of the Year. Yeah. Put it away and redraw for another single shot.
All right, here we go.
So here's what I'll do. Because people are saying it's the controller, right? I'm literally going to turn the controller off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the controller is now off. So now I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, all right?
Is this the fix? Is this the mythical
So what's
fix?
weapon wheel on here? Here it is. So now it's working.
Yep, is the controller, bitch. Timu.
Well, now let's see if the car reverses.
Shout outs to getting $10 controllers on Timu.
It does.
Controller,
so the game
bitch.
doesn't work with a controller.
From that costs less than $20 from a certain website. Yes.
That's the problem.
Uh-huh. This is your chance, brother, for that casual racism. Great chance if you want to go for it. Go for it.
The game doesn't work with the controller.
Nah,
it works
didn't
on
even think
keyboard and
about
mouse, but doesn't work with the controller. The controls just don't work on a controller. Here, let me turn it back on.
Why don't you try a different controller?
No reverse.
Yeah, so it's the shitty controller's fault.
Yeah, look.
Everyone's running away.
It doesn't work with a controller. All right.
The controller you have. Logan K says he's using a Chinese knockoff. Could be an issue with controller compatibility. Yeah, that's what it is, you know.
Let me try it. We're experimenting,
Oh,
right?
please, yeah.
I have an
Why
Xbox
not?
Elite 2. Let me plug that in because I haven't had that
I
plugged
am
in a
betting
while.
this
Let me
works.
plug that in, and let's see if the Xbox Elite 2 works. Okay.
Dissension says Timu streamer,
this is
Timu
so bizarre.
accessories, Timu gameplay.
Okay, let's find out.
Oh, yeah.
This problem is this one's gonna have low battery, but I do have a long enough cord.
Who
But I'm
cares?
just in half.
Who
But let's-
cares?
Yes. Controller works with the game. Okay.
Ready, here we go. And it does.
Yes. So basically, this game isn't compatible with
With?
third-party controllers. It won't
Well, let's not be so sure about that.
work, which is bizarre as shit. Why would it not work with third-party controllers? It only works with like name brand shit. Yeah.
Well, you're choosing to use a third-party controller instead of the official one. You're making that choice.
Look, that is so weird.
You know what you're getting into when you buy a
All right,
$20
so let me
controller
get a
instead of a
cord. I need to get a
$100
cord
one.
that's long enough to run this across the floor. The game doesn't work with third-party controllers. Figure that one out.
Except, okay. Guess it was worth the clip, though, huh? Very happy dude 69 says can't wait to see this all again on Twitter. Yep, Poe's passed to be all over this.
I've never played this split. Why would I have to use? Never
What?
seen that happen before.
I definitely
I have no
have.
explanation for it. Why would I have to use the Xbox Elite controller to play this game? I have no clue. Here, let me run the cord under my table, actually.
I definitely have controllers that I bought for 10 fucking bucks online that work with some games and not with other ones. But when you pony up the $80 for the Xbox Pro, that works with every game. It makes sense.
Dark
I know.
Viking, that controller is brand
And there's definitely good third-party ones too. Yes, like 8-Bit Do one. There's work with almost everything.
new. I've only been using it for a week and a half, and I updated the firmware on it right away, so has nothing to do with that. Okay. Well, we're gonna use this wired for now. It has to charge. I guess for this playthrough, we have to use this controller. All right. This has been an interesting first hour. For
Yeah,
sure. It's
definitely.
been a very interesting first hour.
Any more
All right.
support though, or? Because War Dog Leader says that is incorrect. Zentreya is playing it right now and it's using a controller. We know. We know.
I like how I just opened fire inside the facility and no one cares. I'm still good.
They ran away.
No one gives a shit.
Call Rigby.
Okay. No, he's not going to walk anything back.
Follow
It's still the
missing
gamer's
hardware
fault.
From the camera's menu.
Out of town. He's not going home.
The probability of him going to meet a mysterious buyer just increased exponentially.
Except
Okay.
that this is one of the
10 minutes
many rules around
overtime.
the city.
We are done. Very meaningful day. Hope to see you tomorrow for some gameplay and then pre-stream tomorrow, all right? And Super Chuff will be in the house on Thursday. So that is your content for the next 2 days. Big ups, everybody, for chilling. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.